Hello, hello.
Hello, children out there.
How are we doing? What's going on?
Tell us, please. Mama Steele's here. Mama, I love you.
Yes, we love Mrs. Steele.
McKenna, Ricky.
Tonight's going to be a good one.
Yeah, sorry.
Let's go.
I'm posting on Instagram again because I accidentally posted to my personal Instagram story that we were going live. But
it happens.
Now I have to do it to the official 2Gay Mats Instagram
Official,
live.
which hopefully you're following us at 2Gay Mats on Instagram.
Yes, we are so close to getting that blue check mark. Are we? Have we
I don't
tried?
think, no. And then I don't know how the blue check mark's going to work now, but it might be you have to pay for it.
On Instagram
on
too?
Instagram too, they're changing it that you have paid $12 a month for a blue check on Instagram.
Instagram.
I know.
Like, don't follow what Twitter's doing because no one likes it.
Exactly. No one likes it, and no one likes Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Oh, Montana's here. Jeff's here.
Hello.
Oh, yay. We like the shirts. Thank you.
There's a reason why we're both wearing these shirts.
Is there?
Yeah. I assume because you thought we were taking our picture today.
Oh, no, that's not why I wore this.
Oh, I
but
figured
yeah,
that's why
we need to take new podcast pictures, and we were going to do it today, but it's been delayed. Very excited I don't have to work tomorrow, so I can stay for the whole show. Yay, Vinny. I'm excited too. Matt's Jimmy's drunk. We heard the rumor. Good for you, Jimmy. Enjoy that drag brunch.
Oh, that's right. Jimmy was talking all about the drag brunch on the Discord.
Yes.
Yeah. All I just see is Jimmy just going, I'm drunk. And I'm like, wait, why is Jimmy drunk?
Well, he's at a drag brunch, you know. Hello, I've been fine. Just been telling people off that literally grew up on rock way before I ever heard of Taylor Swift. Wait, why are you going off on people?
Oh, yeah.
Where's
happened?
this happening?
There's drama. Do we need to jump in?
Thank you. No, I'm not. Screams. Everyone, I have been drunk. I know the first thing you say when being accused of being drunk when you are drunk is, no, I'm not. It's just the natural reaction. Oh, by the way, Matt Steele.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw my comment in the Discord, which if you're not on our Patreon, you can't be a part of the Discord, and you should be because it's fun. I got some alcohol-free wine.
Okay.
And I'm excited to try it. I think you should be proud of me because, I'm venturing into non-alcoholic drinks.
Wow,
and
you're so brave.
So brave.
Yeah.
And if ever you want a taste of a non-alcoholic wine, you're more than welcome to have one.
Is it the finest of non-alcoholic wine?
It's
Because I only drink the good stuff.
Honestly, the rosé tasted good in the store. The lady poured some things out. A lot of things were bad. But the rosé, I was like, you know what? This you're on point with.
Okay.
Give it a go.
Yeah, well.
Jeff wants to get drunk with Jimmy when he's in the area. Ty, I'm stepping away from the NBA All-Star game for this. Ty.
Stepping away from your athletic activity.
We didn't know you were so masked.
He's one of the players.
Oh, I didn't know. No, so Tim,
what if Ty was one of the players?
That would be truly iconic.
And he was like, I got to step away from the game.
It's the 2Gay Mats
I'm
live
sorry.
feed. Oh, I've had non-alcoholic wine. It's lovely. Good.
Okay.
Oh, I'm fun. Let's do it. I'm stuck at the train station waiting for an Uber. Oh, no. Matt Steele and I don't know that feeling of being drunk. You don't need to, but get that non-alcoholic wine and you'll know the feeling of drinking wine.
You're drinking probably like slightly watered down wine.
No, it's not watered down. It's just
I know not watered, but it probably tastes watered down.
The rosé tastes pretty good. Some of the non-alcoholic drinks I've gotten have been like, okay, this is kind of nothing. It's just there's not enough flavor, but the rosé, I was like, this is nice.
Okay.
It's nice.
I don't know what any of it tastes like, so I don't know. It's all smells scary. it all smells repulsive.
It's nice. It's not. It's fine. I'm leaving to see Triangle of Sadness in 30 minutes.
Get ready for Dolly.
I think that's the last Best Picture nominee that I'll be watching.
Really? You're not going to see Women Talking?
I'll see Women Talking.
You're not going to see Banshees of
No.
Oh, that's right.
No.
But you don't see the.
I don't care.
Okay.
I don't want any involvement in that.
Okay.
What I heard about that movie was an automatic no from me.
Okay.
And okay, guys, I know we play this ad every week, and I haven't even told Matt Steele this. If ever you were going to do us a solid, just sign up for the free trial of Skillshare between now and March 1st. And hopefully they don't watch this. You can cancel it. But between now and March 1st, even signing up for the free trial will do us some solid.
So this is some solid. Everyone, Skillshare, sign up.
Palmer, are we going to get your drag race thoughts today? You are, because I have feelings.
Oh, did something dramatic happen?
Not really that dramatic, but just kind of like, fuck, this. You guys are awesome.
Okay.
It's more of that. But yes, click that link. It's pinned to this chat. It's at the top of the thing. Please just Skillshare. Free trial.
Free trial.
Who doesn't love free things?
Oh, you're also not going to see Elvis?
No. Jesus.
Elvis is good.
I have no interest in seeing an Elvis movie or really a Baz Luhrmann movie. Like, no.
I loved that Baz Luhrmann did Elvis because it was an interesting combo of director and subject matter. I would say.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah.
Matt's people didn't like my opinion about This Is Why during the live reaction, apparently because I only have ever listened to Taylor Swift. It wasn't a super big deal, though. Oh, no, I didn't see any of that discussion.
Oh, don't let anyone tell you nothing,
Yes.
Christian, you are way more well-versed in music than most
lot of
people, probably.
Exactly.
So do not worry about that. And as people who are used to getting angry comments
Oh,
online,
yes. I mean,
let it roll right
you
off.
You gotta let it roll. We made so many of those. We should probably make another one. So many of those mean YouTube comment
As
videos.
years have gone on, we've gotten far fewer.
That's true.
I feel like we used to get way more mean comments.
We were
about us.
bitchier back in the day.
True, but I think there were also just people who would just like click on us to say something homophobic or something.
Yeah, that happens
years
less.
ago.
That
happens way less now.
I think Benny's gonna sign up. I have to see what they have as far as graphic design courses. Feel free. I keep meaning to sign up Michael Smith between now and March 1st. We'd love that. I'm late to the party and just found you guys. Eddie Murphy coming to American Voice. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you, Joe. Welcome.
Thank you, Joe. Joe March, like the little woman.
Oh, we love Little Women. If Palmer saw Elvis, I think the world would combust. That is too extreme a crossover. I just, sometimes you have no interest. And I just sat through the longest movie I'm going to need to sit through, and that is Avatar 2. With that little white boy in his dreads that no one warned me about. No one was like,
I didn't know it would be so triggering to you.
It was I saw him pop up and I was like, ah! That's not right. But yeah, I saw that.
Oh, Montana, we don't talk about that video.
That video is not available to be seen. Maybe we should put that up for Patreon only.
That'd be so funny.
That'd be funny because we love your bitch moments. We still have them. And I feel like you guys, the people who are here today, could probably read when we're being bitchy. But the people who don't know us are like, oh, the thing they said wasn't that mean. But you guys know.
You know when we're a little frustrated.
When we're a little like, oh, this is bad.
Or it's not so much when we're a little frustrated, but like when we're trying to be nice.
Yes.
When we're trying to be a little extra nice.
She sounds like she's having fun. And I love that. And that's like a unique take on something pleasant.
I will say, like, whenever I say, oh, everyone's having fun or whatever, I don't always mean it in a shady way. There are
Give me an example of someone sounding like they're having fun on a song and you mean it in a good way.
On a song and I mean it in a good way? It's not that I necessarily mean it in a good way. It's I don't mean it in a bad way. Like, it could be for a song that, like, I don't hate.
Austin, we know. I mean, yep, you're right. Hi, Kaylee. Hope you had a great weekend as well. I'm excited my weekend, not to, rub it into Matt Steele, but my weekend's still ongoing since we got bought. My tech company got bought by a bank.
How nice.
So we have our bank holiday of President's Day tomorrow.
How nice. I'm working tomorrow on a Monday. I feel like every time we're here, you're always just like, oh, my 3-day weekend. And I'm just like, I'm working on Monday and it's going to be a disaster.
I mean, the worst thing about it is Montana, I insist you put the problem video up for Patreon. Well, guess we got to do it. The thing about it, though, is I was trying to get Matt Steele to do this recording on Monday night, so then my long weekend would really feel like a long weekend. But truly, I've done so little where I'm like, I guess this is, I should do something at some point.
Yeah, and I'm like, sorry, I work on Monday night.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucked. Matt Palmer, I can see you getting hyped to talk about Anitra versus Sasha. I didn't say what I was excited about, but you're right, because goddamn, I mean, I'll get into it. But it was so fucking good. It was just so fucking good.
Rich says, I looked around to see when the white boy with dreads showed up to see if anyone else in the theater was also confused.
I just couldn't believe. I was still getting used to Sam Worthington's dreads, even though he's an Avatar, and it's like just hearing his voice and
he's
seeing
not an Avatar. He's officially a Na'vi.
What? Like, I cannot get into the minutia of that. But I was still getting used to it until this fully human child jumped up with them. And I was like,
I mean, he literally jumps up like 5 minutes
I know, but I was still getting used to everything. It was just a lot. It was overwhelming.
Well, James Cameron's a lot, baby. He puts
really
it all
was.
in there.
That was a song on the album. It was released. These are things I say when I hate it. I wanted to see more bitch moments during the Paramore album review because look, some people like that album and it's grown on some people. I believe in the chat.
I would absolutely not call that album trash. I think it's good. I think it's nice, but like,
I mean, of the albums we have live reacted to, I would put it down there with one other album we live reacted to, and both. And I would say neither were terrible, but just not.
Yeah, I wouldn't call
just
it
okay.
Yeah.
Just okay for me. Palmer, you need to watch Elvis though. Sorry, won't be doing it. I'm dying to watch the new episode of Last of Us. I swear I'm going to watch the gay episode of The Last of Us. I'm sorry. I know Jeff's in the chat. I'm sorry. Hold the Girl is fine. I have not revisited Hold the Girl that much.
I have, and I think it's still very good.
Okay.
I think it's still great.
That's good.
Yeah, I think you are too hard on Hold the Girl.
Hold the Girl is fine. I just think Sawayama is.
That's
the
you
issue.
can't compare it to if you had nothing to compare it to, you
Look,
would be like, this is great.
But I'm not comparing her to like Beyonce's Lemonade. Like it's all coming from the same artist. Like
Sure.
it's like how y'all were being mean to Rihanna for not doing a lot of dancing when she's never danced a day in her life. It's like I'm judging from what Rena has given us.
Sure.
And I just think, and while it was good and cute,
It's so much better than Cute.
It's
on,
good.
The title track, This Hell, the opening number is so great. The Frankenstein is excellent.
Yes, and the Note to John.
Oh, Send My Love to John.
Beautiful. But good for those that like Sawayama, love the artistry. Jeff, we can read between that. Palmer is correct regarding Hold the Girl. I like it. And if it was an artist I didn't know, I'd be like, well, yeah, this is good. But she knocked us over the fucking head.
I mean, like nothing can compare to like that was the album of 2020.
I'll see you all in the Discord later regarding Paramore, babes.
God.
Jordan, I feel like you've been pretty quiet about that Paramore album. I feel like everyone's trying to get a Jordan reaction to because Jordan loves Paramore. But I feel like Jordan's not really giving us. Oh, sorry if I'm saying a price of fame isn't really giving us. Sorry if I'm outing you.
Wow.
You're not really giving us a full review, and I feel like it's time. Vinny, I like This Is Why, but I think I might just stand Paramore too much to be objective about it. I think it's fair. I haven't listened to Hold the Girl since the live, I don't think. Everyone is quiet on the Paramore album. 5 minutes later and you're calling something cute. Look, I don't hate Hold the Girl. I don't.
Listen, but why are you talking about Hold the Girl? Because Hold the Girl, I think, is objectively better than the Sam Smith album.
I think we're just whispering as if it's not
if like
on
no one knows
record.
But the Sam Smith album is very good. But like I would put Hold the Girl up above.
I think the
Gloria.
highs are higher than on Gloria.
I know. I
think
wouldn't say
the highs
so.
are higher on Gloria. I do.
No God is excellent.
Thank you.
No God
I
is
think,
excellent.
and the thing
but
is,
this hell
is excellent. This hell is excellent.
Frankenstein. Like I'm sorry, no.
I think No God and that track 4 are really great. And yes,
lose me, lose you,
lose you. And I think it does take a dip after that. But I feel like in judging Sam's discography, I did not find Gloria to be a letdown.
Comparatively to this guy, but because Sawayama is like okay.
Yes, you see what I'm saying?
All right.
Jeff, you're legit picking the worst song on Sawayama to praise.
Wait, what is Jeff choosing?
Chosen Family.
Oh, Chosen Family's nice.
Gloria,
your age on Hold the Girl. Your age.
I don't even remember that. I don't even remember.
Your age on Hold the Girl is so fucking excellent. All like 30 seconds of it. It is excellent. It is so loud. I love it.
We love loudness.
I love it.
Hello? Ex Lumiko, Justice for Ava, Grace. I mean, honestly, if nothing else, Sam didn't let us post the goddamn video. And so for that.
Yeah, so fuck you for
Ava.
putting Gloria over.
I'm sorry for having opinions that you disagree with. That's what the whole fucking channel's about, bitch. Get on board.
I don't know, guys. Who, if you had to fire one of the Matts, which one are we firing today?
We're not firing me because, babe, who's got the live set up?
I can go live on my phone somehow.
Think of that shakiness.
in a couple weeks when I figure it out. No, I have my ring light and my phone holder.
All right.
For my auditions.
How's the mic quality? What about when we do the listening parties?
Listen. When you have a face as expressive as this, you don't need good audio.
Oh, this is going to be a low-budget operation without me, I must tell ya. 2023 is a bad year of albums so far, in my opinion. Woo! I literally have no memory of anything on Hold the Girl. Grace agreed, really liked her album, Ava Max. All right, all you Ava stands in the chat here, tell all the Ava people commenting on all our videos to let it go. Because it's
been too long.
It's been too long.
It's been almost a month.
It's over.
It's not happening. We're not going. They're
it's
not
going to happen.
Live album reaction.
It's not.
We're one a month.
Right.
One a month.
And we picked one. And honestly, y'all picked one. So all of the people in the chat today, you're to blame.
Blame yourselves.
Blame yourselves.
Y'all are fired.
I'm firing Matt Bridges. Jeff, I'm firing Matt Palmer for his movie takes, but he can stay for the music. Whatever. I'm staying for it all. Top Gun sucks. Let's see.
I heard people say they don't like it when they don't like When You Believe, LOL. So I've heard plenty of hot takes. Who doesn't like When You Believe?
I didn't say today that I don't like When You Believe. I did say in the Discord that it was an example of a duet in which the stars were greater than the song. That's just the truth. When you believe it's good.
I mean, well, when the stars are Whitney Houston and Mariah
Yes!
Carey, literally no song could match up to that.
We were talking,
Okay.
it began with Telephone, which is why I was like, the greatness of Telephone is that it is great, even though these are two massive celebrities at like a peak of their career. And I feel like The Boy Is Mine is also that, of like, this is these massive stars, the song is massive and great
You're
on
not
its own.
getting the song of When You Believe enough.
When You Believe's good.
It's excellent.
It's good. It's pretty.
It's excellent. Maybe you just need to see it in the context of the movie.
I've
again.
seen the movie.
Well, you need to see it again. You need to brush up
When
on
You
your
Believe
Burning Bush
is
and Moses.
good. It's not Telephone or The Boy Is Mine level great.
They're completely different. things.
Obviously, but both Whitney and Mariah have ballads that are like leaps and bounds better than that song, which is fine.
I mean, well, when you're comparing to I Will Always
Yes,
Love You,
we are comparing
like-
to I Will Always Love You. We are comparing to fucking Miss You Most at Christmas Time.
Oh, yes, of course. That's the first song that came up in everyone's mind.
I don't care what everyone says. That's the one. Are we getting gaslit? That's funny. I cannot wait for Kelly Clarkson's album. Now that's going to be something.
That's going to be it.
Kelsey Ballerini's latest EP is another amazing divorce work. I've heard that. I believe Eric in the Discord loves that. I just got my confirmation from my manager to become a makeup artist at work. Congratulations,
Yes.
Montana. Iconic.
Everyone, when you're in Australia, go and to Montana's makeup store and she'll give you some eyewear.
Exactly. You've got to do it. To be fair, the person did say they hadn't seen Prince of Egypt. When You Believe would have been better if Mariah wrote it. Hey, Maxwell. Maxwell is like a voice in my head. I know you like Mr. Schwartz or whatever his name is, but it just wasn't.
There will be no Stephen Schwartz slander. Maybe if Whitney and Mariah did the Hebrew children's chorus in their version, like you would like it more because that gives the song such heft.
I don't foresee that. Which Matt would win in a fight? Physical or emotional? Verbal. I don't think we're either physical fighters.
No. I could probably kick your ass.
I don't know that that's true.
I could.
I don't know that that's true.
I would say you are stronger, but I don't give up. Yeah. But I would say if it was a quick fight, you would probably beat me. But if it was like several hours of like
how long are we fighting?
We're in a ring. I don't know.
I don't want to be in a ring.
You would definitely beat me in a verbal fight, though. You're better. You're more articulate.
I
in
think
the
I
moment.
might beat you, but I also would apologize first because one time I wasn't in a fight with this person who was in the room, but they just kept saying shitty things about Mariah, and so I said a shitty thing about him, and he cried, and I immediately apologized, and Matt Steele turned to me and was like, "You weren't lying." Like what you said wasn't a lie. Why did you apologize?
Well, no. It's not that the thing that you said to this person
Yes.
like wasn't a lie. It's the thing that you said to that person wasn't mean in the slightest.
And he had just said it.
He like started like crying because I don't know, he was emotional or something like that. And I was just like, I was like, I don't think that what you said was mean in the slightest.
I couldn't make this person cry. As soon as he was crying, it's like, I'm sorry. I don't want you to be upset if I hurt your feelings. I said it in a way to be like, all right, enough. Like, this is what you just said. I'm going to use it back at you. And then he cried, and I couldn't have him crying.
Okay.
Couldn't have him crying.
Couldn't have him crying.
No. Physical would end up with both in the hospital with equal injuries. All right.
All right, fair. It's a tie.
All right. Steele would go goblin mode for sure.
Yeah, I would bite.
The song would have flopped without Mimi and Whitney. It was basic. I remember thinking, this is it.
Girl, it would not have flopped. It was in one of the most successful movies of 1998.
Right, but like pop flopped. And it's still, in fairness, giant stars, Whitney and Mariah, still doing very well in 1998. It peaked at like 17.
Winning
or
the
something.
Oscar is not flopping. Over amazing competition that year. You had Journey to the Past. You had The Prayer. You had some hits. Well, hits like
Yes,
movie
no, I know what you're
song wise, but like
who is asking these questions? We're gonna be on here for hours. You knew what you were doing, girl. Get her. Yes, tears. No, I felt bad. Although I think Under My Skin is still my favorite Avril album. I think that's a good album. I think it also feels very personal to her, and I like that. But Let Go and Title is the best. I feel like a song can enhance a movie like Circle of Life from Lion King. Sure. Tell Us What You Said. No, I can't.
no,
I can't.
it wasn't mean in the slightest.
It was, and the thing is, it's not even like bad, but it's just like this person is not on the podcast with us. We don't want to talk about their stuff.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Yes, he's doing great.
Yeah,
I think I see him on LinkedIn every once in a while.
Yeah, I see him on like Facebook and stuff.
Oh, I don't go on.
He's doing great. I think he's in engaged.
Oh, great. Congratulations to him, to the man I made cry.
But you know what? You making him cry just made him stronger.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger.
Really, I need Palmer to join the Real Friends of WeHo and make Tadra cry. I don't want to make anybody cry. Pink, greater than Christina Aguilera. Okay, we're going to talk about the Pink thing during the podcast. We're going to talk about it.
It's funny.
The personal element to underestimating is probably what makes it my favorite. That is not getting a season 2. You are absolutely right. That is not happening. It wasn't mean, then why not say it? Because it's even if it's not mean, it's like not my business kind of thing.
It's kind of like we don't want to talk about like someone else.
Yeah.
On the pot, like
like a real. This isn't a celebrity. This is just like a person we know.
Yeah.
So it just feels a little nasty. They said they loved Mariah and Whitney. The song itself just didn't move him. You know what? The more you're talking about this, the person sounds a little right.
This y'all, I do not think that this would be the day that Matt Palmer finally started hating When You Believe.
I do not hate When You Believe. I think it is a good song. I just think it could have been better.
It's a great song.
It's a good song.
I'm pissed.
Why are you pissed?
You're going to make me cry, and you better apologize.
No, I'm not apologizing for that. But like you know what else was on the ones? Because When You Believe was a bonus track on Mariah Carey's number ones, her first collection of her number ones collection, back when she only had 13. And you know what else were bonus tracks on that?
What?
Fucking Whenever You Call, the duet version with Brian McKnight.
I do love Whenever You
This
Call.
is what I'm saying.
I do love Whenever
it's
You Call.
just not the same. When are we getting Renaissance visuals? Ugh, I wish I could tell you. Don't get me wrong, it was a moment watching the two divas come together, but I do think a Mariah Babyface collaboration I think they would have written a hit. And they've written great songs together.
Guys, there would have not been anything to talk about. It was a Stephen Schwartz song.
But Stephen Schwartz had Babyface write the bridge of it for the pop version.
Yeah, that 5-second bridge.
And he should have had Mariah write it, and she'd do a better job. I love Babyface. And if Mariah just was because you know what? A great example of Mariah helping and making an incredible song out of a fucking score. And yes, we're talking about it. Where Are You Christmas? An iconic piece of music that you dislike for no reason.
Truly.
And it is one of the greatest songs that's ever been written, and you're all haters.
Truly, everyone on the Discord, Matt Palmer, that it is, I think Where Are You Christmas is the worst thing that y'all think is great. Besides Today Was a Fairy Tale.
Oh, well, I'm with you there, which is awful. But come the fuck on. Like, what is wrong with Where Are You Christmas? Explain it to me.
It's so plotting.
It is not.
Why did you go away? It's something changing. It's rearranging. That's like musical theater writing 101. No, I'm sorry.
Act like it's Beautiful Ghosts, and it is not. It is a beautiful melody. Okay. And Mariah didn't even write the melody. And she's just like, okay, let me fill in the fucking blanks.
Wait, she didn't?
No, I think the melody was from the score. And they're like, hey, we have this. Could you write the rest of this song?
I completely thought that Mariah wrote the melody, and I'm just like, why is there? It sounds like there was a melody, and then lyrics were just pasted
That's
on
what
there.
happened.
That is why
That's what
there's
happened.
such a disconnect in my head between like the lyrics and the melody, and you can tell that melody is not written to be sung. It feels like it's that. You had me thinking I was like insulting Mariah Carey's writing.
It still feels like you are.
It's just her lyrics.
Yeah, and I'm sure her like vocalizations, because everything Faith Hill's doing on that song, it's like, okay. Like, we know you've heard the demo.
Wow, the Where Are You Christmas mystery has been solved.
I don't think it's such a mystery. I think they work so well together. Like, you know, because I was listening to the fucking Avatar score again last night because I was at the movie, and I was like, oof, remember I See You? What an awful song. The Leona Lewis pop song that was based on that.
Don't remember.
Oof, it's awful.
No.
And also, I know I hate The Weeknd, so I am biased. But that song that was playing in the credits is one of the worst songs I've ever heard.
We're actually paying attention to the music in
Yes,
Avatar.
The Weeknd had a song, and it's like, is it in the contract that every song that's attached to an Avatar movie is fucking garbage? Because like someone could write a good one.
Why would The Weeknd be connected to like an that's such a random pairing. Like, hey, you know who'd be great to have a song on this? The Weeknd.
Truly. It's just like, let's think of someone famous who like does slow songs.
Very random.
Yes, the Where Are You Christmas debacle. Yes, Jeff is right. It's amazing. Speaking of Stephen Schwartz, when are we getting a teaser pick from Wicked? We already got Gaga and the Joker. Chop, chop.
They just started filming. I mean, I guess they just. No, I want a teaser pick from The Color Purple. Thank you.
Oh, there's going to be a Babyface episode of the Kelly Clarkson songs and stories. I do like that. And maybe Mariah would do it one day and have Kelly and Mariah singing together. Because then Mariah would just need to do the first verse and choruses of these songs. So she wouldn't have to do like the big scary endings. That'd be amazing.
The big scary endings.
They're both songs made for kids movies, and they're both great. You guys had moderators for the chat, but do you guys need to moderate? Or for y'all, yes, we do. I need Mariah to drop a MC16 this year. I'd love that. 2018 was a long time ago.
Ooh, 16.
LOL, what happened before y'all started the live show? Because this one is way more intense than nothing. We just talk.
Yeah, we're just chatting. This is
and also, like, this is normal.
This
like,
is what
we're doing great.
Like. Yeah. We just, we start hot all the time.
We have feelings. I don't hate The Weeknd. He's just okay, blah, blah.
Where Are You Christmas is sort of a nursery rhyme melody because the little girl sings it in the movie. Okay, that's nice. That's very sweet. But like as an adult song on, I guess, Christmas pop radio, no.
I love it.
Does not
I love
work.
It works beautifully.
I'm sure Faith Hill has a lovely voice. Everyone involved, I'm sure, is very talented.
Did y'all have a crush on one of the avatars? Because I did. We'll talk about that too. There were some shots in there I was like, James, we do not need a slow-mo of this, like, we'll talk about it.
I'm curious to know your thoughts.
It just made me think, like, man, there must be people with, like, serious Navi kinks.
Oh, sure.
Like, there's no way around. And it's, like, designed for that.
Yeah, and I mean, they're also, like, 10 feet tall.
That's the thing, is they're very tall. They're,
they're
tall, very
muscular.
It's, like, all muscle and height.
They're very connected to the Earth, or not the Earth, the Pandora land.
Yes, Pandora land. It's true. Mariah for the Super Bowl next year. Hey, I could see, you know what? All I want for her on the Super Bowl is, like, her to sing Always Be My Baby on, like, a tire swing. On, like, a big tire swing where she's just swinging.
Everyone would talk such shit about
I would love
It's like, fuck all of you.
And it's like, I want her to lip everything. Yeah, they had some muscles. That's the thing. It was all muscles and height and thinness. And I was like, okay. Hey, loves, hope you had an amazing weekend. Oh, we hope you did too, Fabian. That's so kind. Oh, Jeff's mad that you called Where Are You Christmas cute and sweet. The best song from a movie in 1988 is Take Me There from the Rugrats movie. That is a great song.
Okay, solid.
I believe we've talked about that, DJ Bob. It is a great song. Just lip it all. Who cares? Absolutely.
That's what they all do.
They're all lipping.
Yeah.
And
Mariah at the Super Bowl would be set up for her to get dragged.
The thing is, it's kind of like Adele at the Super Bowl. Like, what would she even do?
Yeah, and like people want to watch the Super Bowl halftime show to
be like entertained. And Mariah's like a singer-songwriter.
People don't care about the hits that you perform at the Super Bowl halftime show. They want to see the spectacle of the show.
They do. And I think there's a way to make that for Mariah, but I don't know if that she'd be interested.
She would not be moving.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, we'll see it when it happens. And I don't mean to step on any Swiftie toes here. If I was a Taylor Swift fan, I'd be nervous about Taylor's Super Bowl. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. She could do it. She could have a spectacle. But I'd be, especially judging from the reactions from Rihanna's Super Bowl performance. I would be nervous. That's all I'm saying. We love everyone. I just said Mariah. I don't know if that would be the right thing for her. So there's no hate. No hate. What's the hate? We should tape up our lips. Remember those? Like, no hate.
No hate.
It's me when everyone's talking about Taylor. Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm flexing.
Yeah.
Was that 2010 or something?
That was like 2010 to like 2012. That was during when like bullying was very much a like topic that everyone would talk about. And people were, it was very Glee time, and every viral video was some person like with note cards like being like, I am bullied in school, and and it would just be 20 minutes long of just one word on a note card, and they'd be crying, and people would be sharing, being like, this is so brave.
I don't know if anyone notices, but Matt Steele could not care less about anything than bullying. He's just like, get over it. Like, you kids are fine.
I am empathetic to bullying and sympathetic and everything, but it's just like funny that trend. Like, literally everyone, all they had to do was make a video with a bunch of note cards and just one word on each card, and just like maybe shed a tear or two, and people would be like, oh wow. It's like, guys, this could all be made up. Okay.
I mean, but some kids got bullied.
Of course, and that's horrible. Everyone be nice to everyone. But I'm just saying, you gotta like, it was over 10 years in the past. That, it's just funny to like.
It was a
see
moment
that this was such a trend.
Yes, it would be a moment.
Yeah.
People are mad at me for my Taylor thing and mad at you about bullying. You know, we have opinions, guys. That's what you. If we were here,
listen.
2 bumps on a log.
Listen, if y'all were around, I know you're all young. So are we, but we're a little older. So we remember like 13 years ago and the note cards.
Yes, we do remember the no card justice for bullying.
Oh, and it was very much a thing that like people would be like, people were very like anti-teacher for a while. Not like,
Why are people
not
anti-teacher?
Like because they were very much like teachers don't care about the students. Then like all the students like go to them and say I'm being bullied, and the teachers do nothing. And it's like, guys, like the teachers are trying really hard.
Let's
like,
pay the
come on,
teachers.
Like
let's pay the teachers.
The
like
teachers
they're going through it.
The teachers are dealing with literally thousands of children at their school.
Right.
Like,
I don't remember people being anti-teacher. That's
I remember there was a lot of like anti-teacher.
That's weird to me.
A lot of anti-teacher sentiment.
I'm back. I was just watching Burna Boy performing halftime show. Pay teachers more. I completely agreed.
Yes.
Steele stands bullying. I love that. I'm very nervous for Taylor's halftime show, and Austin is a Swiftie. So, okay, good. I'm glad I wasn't speaking out of turn. Not anti-teacher. Okay. Should we start the podcast?
Yeah, sure.
Steele is pro-bullying. Spread the word. Matt, why did I think it was Jessie J on your shirt?
My shirt? Or your shirt?
I think yours.
Baby, this is Mel C, baby.
Yeah, that kind of, it could look like Jessie J. We stand bullying.
No, we don't stand bullying here at 2Gay Mads.
On a different note, I re-downloaded Grindr after being broken up with a few months ago, and my faith in humanity is being tested. You know what? Good for you for getting back out there.
Go get
That's what you gotta do.
Make of it what you will.
Exactly.
Make of it what you want. If someone's being annoying, just like ignore them.
Montana, to be fair, I can tell you in my experience, my school was not doing their best. And I think you told us, and you're right.
Oh, yeah.
I think that there are situations where they're really not, but some teachers are trying.
Taylor's halftime show would be a movie because she's a director now.
That's true.
Curtis, I am a director now. Or Dina, I am a director now. Sorry, I got the quote wrong.
It's okay. No one's mad at you. All right, let's actually start the podcast. We've literally just been blathering and,
All right, let's
getting ourselves canceled for an hour.
right.
Oh, am I canceled? I hate when people say that, by the way.
What?
When people are like, oh gosh, are people going to cancel me? It's like, shut up. No one knows you are. It's Katie said that on Vanderpump the first week, and it's like, Katie, no.
You are not famous enough
You're
to
not
get
famous
canceled.
enough. Your friend Stassi was, but people don't know you. Okay. Let's get to burn.
All right. How do I look?
Remember when we did this and then the audio went out? I'm
that
always
was terrible.
terrified it's going to happen again.
Don't forget, guys. Click Skillshare. Link.
Oh, yes. Okay. Well,
Sign up.
we'll get to the ad in a second.
Okay. Oh, are we starting?
Yeah, I pressed
Oh,
record.
have we recorded?
Yeah, we're recording.
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. Let me take my deep
Oh,
breath.
wow. What a deep breath.
Yeah, you have to start everything with a breath.
Oh, is that from musical theater school you learned this?
It sure is,
Wow.
baby. That's what we learned. Breathe, breathe, breathe.
There was a lot of breathe moments in Avatar 2 as well.
See?
Where that young lady... Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, of course I
Oh,
have.
I forgot.
I saw it back in December,
Well,
baby,
you just
when,
saw
when
Top-
everyone else saw it.
You just saw Top Gun Maverick, so I thought
That is true.
So
we
I
both have our things that we're behind on.
Exactly. And I thought I wasn't going to have to watch it, but then Jackson was going to go with his dad, but his dad had already seen it. And so I was like, let me be boyfriend of the year yet again and go with him. And so we saw it.
How sweet.
I'm very sweet.
Oh, my God.
Someone say the perfect Valentine, but it's
Oh,
okay.
how timely.
I know. Perfect time. Happy Valentine's, y'all.
I'm single.
Okay. Do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
I'll start. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another. Oh, wait. Do we add?
Oh, right. The ad.
Don't forget to subscribe. Blah, blah, blah.
Click this link. Seriously, guys. This episode of 2Gay Mats is brought to you by Skillshare. We all know I love nothing more than a day job where I can close my computer right at 6 p.m. and focus on my passion projects like 2Gay Mats and Matt Palmer Music. The good part's available now. Ever since we started doing things like live streams and actually posting to TikTok, I've wanted to sharpen my skills in those areas, and Skillshare is the best place to do just that. With Skillshare, I'm excited to learn more about film and video, about Photoshop, about marketing, which I am famously terrible at. And I'm excited to learn from creators and professionals who are actually masters of it. So if you're one of the first 1,000 people to click the link in the episode description, you can sign up for Skillshare and get your first month completely free. So why wait? Click the link in the episode description and sign up for Skillshare today. All right. I just told Skillshare. I just told Matt Steele what happens if you click this link and sign up for a free trial, and he really wants you to too.
Please.
Between now and March 1st, guys, do us a solid.
Mrs. Steele is in the chat. I'm sure Mrs. Palmer's in the chat. They want you to sign up for Skillshare.
They do. Do you want to start? Do you want to start?
I'll start.
Okay.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Two Gay Mats of the podcast. It's Matt Steele.
And it's Matt Palmer.
And we are into the week of love, baby.
Yes.
Or I guess we're out of the week of love.
Love is out.
We just had the week of love. And Matt Palmer, how did you love yourself this week? And love, the person who you love.
Right. I celebrated with Jackson. I celebrated on the actual Valentine's Day, but we were not wanting to wait in line or be in a super busy restaurant. And so we just got sushi from this place called Sugarfish, which is very good. And we got it to go and brought it home. And it was great, except that I kind of had an allergic reaction. I had gone on a walk that day and something got into me. I was sneezing up a storm. I woke up with puffy eyes. And so we had a redo on Friday night. We went to a place called Firefly in Studio City. I was not sneezing throughout the meal. We had a lovely meal, a lovely little chocolate cake dessert. And it was just nice to be out and about again for the first time. And we celebrated Valentine's Day twice and didn't hate it.
That's beautiful. I think that's a testament to how much Jackson loves you. The fact that you had puffy eyes and you probably sounded terrible and looked disgusting and repulsive, and yet he was still like, you know what? I'm sticking around.
I don't think repulsive was on the table. No one said repulsive. You kind of threw that in.
Oh, I'm imagining just the, I'm very, I love a hyperbole, and so I'm imagining the most.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't that bad, but
Okay.
yes, no, he did continue to be my boyfriend, even though I had an allergic reaction, which feels like a low bar, but if it's high, we love that.
Imagine if he broke up with you
It's
because I can't handle this.
No, this is a little too much for me. Sorry.
I can't deal with the stress of this might happen again.
I know. Could you imagine?
I know.
Matt Steele, how was your week?
My week was lovely. I did do something on Valentine's Day to show how much I love myself
What'd
and
you
cinema.
do?
I'll talk about that later.
Oh.
But this week, was very fun. I saw my friend Alexis, and he's sort of cleaning out his closet, and so he's like, here, take some of these clothes. And I'm like, oh, thank you. I actually really need this because the washing machine in my building has been broken for over 3.5 weeks now.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I almost said your landlord's name. What is he doing about this? Have you been emailing him?
Well, yes, but the problem is the washing machine's owned by a separate company, so we have to be reaching out to that company.
I forgot about this.
And that company is not. I'm like, all we need, everyone in the building, all we need is an ETA as to when someone is coming to look at this machine. And they're like, well, we actually can't give out ETAs because XYZ. We don't want to tell people something and then back out on it, blah, blah, blah. But, we are short-staffed and everything. I'm like, look, I completely understand that. There are many machines I'm sure you're dealing with. But, if you gave us an ETA, then we could find time in our schedules to, arrange going to a laundromat or something, anything, any information, and they are giving us none, and it is infuriating. So I'm very much running out of clothes. I'm very lucky that I have a box full of old underwear that I had been planning on getting rid of. And that has just been sitting in my closet for
there you go.
a year. But I'm so lucky that box of underwear is in there because it is getting me through.
If you need to do laundry here, I don't know how that would work, traveling and everything, but you're more than welcome to. It takes a lot of quarters now. We've upped the price, which is annoying, but you could get a roll or two of quarters, come over here, do your laundry. Honestly, 3.5 weeks is wild.
Insane.
My head would be turning on its body.
And when I call them every day, and they're always like, someone will reach out to you. Someone will reach out to you. And I call them hi, I'm just calling because no one has reached out to me yet.
God.
Thank you. And I'm so nice. And that niceness is on its last leg. But, it's going to be okay. I'm making it through. I still feel good. I'm healthy.
We love that.
Yes. Another very fun thing I did this is very fun, actually. One of my best friends, Megan, who I went to college with and studied musical theater with, she is a massive musical theater fan, obviously, and she is a massive Bernadette Peters fan, which who among us is not, but Bernadette is her number one. She is her Carol Channing to me, her Mariah to you.
Wow. Okay.
And so her birthday is in April, and April 27th.
Oh wow.
And close to you.
I know, 2 Tauruses.
I know. And so she wanted to do something fun for her birthday. So she was like, I want to have a staged reading of Into the Woods in my house with all my friends playing all the roles and an audience of people seeing because it would be really fun. And of course, Megan, want to play the witch, the role that Bernadette Peters played. The thing is, she's also 6 months pregnant.
Oh.
So the reason why we're not doing this on her birthday is because it's too close to her due date.
Oh, I
And
see.
so we're doing it a couple months before her birthday. So yesterday is Saturday night.
Are you Jack?
Of course I am.
I just had to ask. I feel like it didn't come up who you were.
I have the carrot top hair and the sunny, though occasionally vague disposition.
Okay.
As is described in the script.
Love that.
And so yesterday we had our rehearsal for it. And so that production mounts next week. And so we're all very excited for it. And it's just great, like, getting together and just singing fucking Sondheim.
I'm sure.
It's so funny though, because we don't really have access to like the sheet music, just like the script. And we have an accompanist and everything, but you know, there's a lot of like complex parts musically of Into the Woods.
Right.
There are many cacophony moments where everyone's singing over each other, and it's very difficult, especially if you don't have sheet music, and it's difficult if you have sheet music in front of you. So
Right.
For the very difficult parts, we're all kind of just winging it, and the goal is to just have fun.
Absolutely.
And to celebrate Megan's birthday.
You should do this and have it be for Les Mis, just so you can cast me in a role that I would be appropriate for and has enough lines so that I can finally heal my high school trauma of being overlooked in 11th grade for an appropriate role in Les Miserables.
I'm so sorry, but my birthday this year, it's going to be an entire staged reading of Pacific Overtures.
Oh, I don't know her.
Oh, you can. I'll give you a nice little role.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe Les Mis can be another year.
Maybe next year.
Maybe next year.
Do you like Les Mis a lot, or do you think it's okay?
Of course.
Oh, I didn't know.
love Les Mis.
I forgot if it was like on
Do
your...
I love Les Mis?
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
How long have you known me? I literally introduced the 10th year anniversary concert to you.
I just don't think of you as like a Les Mis fan. I'm sorry. That's just not the first show that comes to mind when I think Matt Steele and musical theater.
I mean, like, it's not my like absolute favorite musical, but like
Yes.
I put respect on Les Miserables'
I feel like I
name.
didn't know this was such... I was, tugging at such a thread here. I thought I was a normal question.
No, that is no. You should know.
right.
If it is Valentine's Day week, and you should love me enough to know how much
Okay.
I love Les Mis.
Okay.
We literally sing On My Own together at karaoke.
We do.
nights.
I didn't question whether you knew Les Mis. I just didn't know if you liked it.
Okay.
Okay?
All
Can we
right.
move on, or do you
Well,
still want to talk about
I
this?
guess we can move on, but I will be angry for the duration of this podcast.
Oh, that's good. That'll add some fire underneath.
Okay, fair. Because we don't talk fast enough.
I know, exactly. So the BAFTAs happened.
They did.
Oh, wait, sorry. I just need to talk about it because this is not my giving you moments. I saw Avatar.
Okay.
I saw Avatar 2. I saw it in the theater last night, and I was prepared for it to be very long. I was not prepared for a white boy with dreads to be throughout the entire film, just like popping up out of nowhere. It was a full jump scare. I was like, remember when Justin Bieber, did he have braids or did he try to have dreads? I remember he did something inappropriate with his hair, and I was just like, that was one of the toughest moments for me, besides like the lines, which were of course bad. But it was beautiful to look at.
Gorgeous. Oh my God.
The
Phenomenal.
beautiful, beautiful thing. I just thought some of the interactions between the people and the whales, the way that sometimes...
Oh, come on. That's so beautiful.
A lot of it was beautiful. But when they would... I mean, I don't know if this is much of a spoil, but maybe spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. Sometimes a Na'vi person would talk to the whale, and then they just show text as the whale responding and being like, it's too painful. It's like, this is ridiculous. Like, how, in what way has this whale expressed to this Na'vi person that it's painful besides the text?
Because they are one with the land
Wild.
of Pandora. They understand. They get the vibes. They get the senses of the language. I thought all the whale shit was beautiful. The thing with, we'll talk about it, but like James Cameron just really knows how to wrap you up in a story, no matter how ridiculous it gets.
I mean, like, if you're saying I didn't burst out laughing during those moments, you would be wrong. In the theater, when those came up and when the whale was like, "How's your baby?" It's like, bitch, what are you talking about? Like, how are you communicating this? It was just very funny. I mean, but it was very nice, and like, the general theme was sweet, but it also was like, we're clearly setting up for the next one, and I don't know.
The next six.
Or
however
I think
many.
there's supposed to be 4 more. I think
Who
there's
knows?
3 more. I don't even know.
Sure.
But it was long, and I didn't dislike it. I think in my list of films of Best Picture nominees, it would be number 3, and it would be in the category with The Fabelmans, where I was like, cool. Like, that was nice and not upsetting to me.
Okay.
I think my 3 categories at the moment are excellent, loved every moment, which is Everything Everywhere All at Once. Then there's like, yeah, which was this and The Fabelmans. And then there's Actively Hate, which is Tar and Top Gun.
Okay. Well, you're so wrong about Tar. I'm
I
so
stand
sorry.
by it. Hated it.
Oh God.
Yes.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something about Avatar. I thought Avatar was great.
I'm glad you
I thought it
liked
was
it.
excellent. I was gonna say something and it just completely
Slipped your mind?
Oh yeah, I'm pissed off that like out of all the like over 3-hour movies you
Yeah.
could possibly choose to watch, you totally could have picked Babylon, which does not have white boys and dreads.
All right.
Babylon, and it is a little shorter.
I appreciate both of those things. If it were nominated for Best Pick, no, I wouldn't have seen it. Let's be serious.
Don't rub it in my face that Babylon did not get that Best Picture nomination. I'm still healing from that.
I'm not even going to watch every Best Picture nominee. But I just was like, okay, of the ones that I, have seen, I plan on seeing Women Talking, and I plan on seeing, what was the other one I was going to say?
You said you don't want to see Banshees because
No.
you're afraid of
afraid.
gore.
Yes.
Even though there isn't not
I
gore,
don't.
but whatever. And you don't want to see Elvis because you don't care about Elvis.
Don't care. What else is
Great.
nominated?
I think that's like it for you. Hold on.
No, I think there's something else, but that's fine. It'll come up.
Okay.
Oh,
Triangle of Sadness.
Triangle of Sadness. I'm interested.
I
in
thought
seeing.
Triangle of Sadness was great. Dolly De Leon, my favorite performance of the year.
Which of my 3 buckets do you think Triangle of Sadness will land on?
I would say in the second bucket.
Okay.
I would say I think you will enjoy Triangle of Sadness, but knowing you would probably be like, oh, it could have been maybe a little shorter. I think that would be your thoughts on it, knowing you.
If you were going to give me a recommendation that's not Babylon from a movie that I should see because you think I would really like it this year that I have not, what would it be?
That came out this year?
Yeah.
Ooh, we're going to have to get back to that.
Okay.
That can be like an
Do you think
end
I'd
of the
really like
podcast.
RRR?
You would see RRR and be like, this was crazy and fun. Like RRR, I fucking love.
Right.
I think you would watch it and be like, you know what, this isn't necessarily for me, but like
Right.
I get why people have a great time.
Okay.
Like watching.
I like
this.
that already.
Yeah.
All right. Should we dive into the news for idiots?
All right, let's do it.
So apparently the BAFTAs happened.
They did. Speaking of movies.
How did that go? Any surprises?
A lot of surprises.
Okay.
The beginning of the BAFTA ceremony, it looked like it was going to be a Banshees of Inisherin sweep, which people were kind of like, okay, this makes sense. The BAFTAs do tend to have a preference for, a UK-based movie
Sure.
and everything because it won Best Supporting Actor for Barry Keoghan over Ki Hoi Kwan, who was kind of sweeping everything.
Totally.
It won Best Supporting Actress over like Angela Bassett, who at this point is kind of like the front runner for
Okay.
Best Supporting Actress. So Banshees won that. It also won Screenplay and everything. But then all of a sudden, like All Quiet on the Western Front started winning. Oh, you need to see All Quiet on the Western Front too. Okay.
Not interested.
Okay. It's gorgeous.
Okay.
And then All Quiet on the Western Front started winning a bunch, and it won Best Director, and it ended up winning Best Film, which everyone was like, oh wow. So like the fact that All Quiet on the Western Front beat Banshees of Inisherin, I think in my brain contemplating all the possibilities for like what can win Best Picture, I think this just solidifies that Everything Everywhere All at Once is still very, very, very much the front runner for Best
Wow.
Picture at the Oscars.
I love
just
that.
because when something every year when something is the front runner and then something else takes its place suddenly, it's always like people rallying for one specific film, like a general consensus of no, we don't want this supposed front runner to win. We are going for this.
Yeah.
But this year there doesn't seem to be the one film that like that voters are like sticking to. So that's why I think this is a sign that Everything Everywhere All at Once will still win Best Picture at the Oscars. Also, the BAFTAs do love their UK actors and everything. So, of course, everyone was like, oh, Colin Farrell's going to win the BAFTA for leading actor for
Right.
Banshees. It's very much like a 3-way race between Austin Butler for Elvis, Colin Farrell for Banshees, and Brendan Fraser for The Whale. And Austin Butler for Elvis ended up winning the BAFTA.
That's shocking.
Yes, and he is a man of many accents, but British is not one of them. he is
Oh
not
my
a
God.
Brit. And so everyone was like, wow, this really shows the support and love for Austin Butler in Elvis. Which
Do you think he's going to win?
at this point, I could see Brendan Fraser winning SAG, so it will very much be like a SAG winner versus a BAFTA winner. And as far as acting goes, whenever there's two people kind of head to head and one won the SAG, one won the BAFTA. Usually the BAFTA winner ends up being the Oscar winner.
Oh.
But trends
never
were meant
know.
to be broken. They're broken all the time, so we'll see. But I do think at this point Austin Butler is the front runner for Best Actor, which he's fucking excellent in Elvis. So it was just like a shock. It was a shock to the system. Yeah, the BAFTAs are everyone's favorite Sunday afternoon where they're at work scrolling through their phones being like, what's winning? Or
Right.
at least that's how it always is for me.
Hey, well, I love that. I love that you can wrap it up and then be on with the rest of your day. That's a nice time frame. I always think about that when I'm like, man, if we were on the East Coast and trying to like react to these albums as they come out at midnight, it's like, how the fuck would that have worked? It wouldn't have. You got to be here. So no transition here, but Pink, who put out a new album this past week called Trustfall. I really love that title track. She says that Lady Marmalade was not fun to make due to personalities. And so there is a video, there's a recent interview where I think it's maybe Vanity Fair. I apologize. I don't know what publication is having this interview with her, but it's like one of those things where it's like, oh, here are a list of iconic moments in your career. And what do you have to say about all of them? Of course, Lady Marmalade comes up. She puts it at the bottom of the list. And it's just like, this was just not a fun thing to make. And there were a lot of politics and a lot of personalities. Maya and Lil' Kim were nice, though.
So it's like, okay, well, if you guys know math,
yes,
do
exactly.
the math in your head.
Who's not being mentioned?
Process of elimination.
It's Christina Aguilera. And so, okay, I'm of two minds about this.
Okay.
One, it is well documented that at the time, Christina Aguilera was a nightmare. Like Christina on the record says shitty things about Mariah, says shitty things about Beyonce, says shitty things about Britney. Like it's just like a jerk very publicly in a way that I think she was going for like remember that one interview J-Lo did when she first got famous from Selena where she just was like shitting on everybody? She was going for that or going for like...
I remembered that.
Well, there was one. And then, or she was going for like Madonna, like, I'm just going to say what I mean and mean what I say, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
But it just was very nasty. And so, yes, Mary J. Blige met her and Christina put out her hand as if Mary J. Blige should kiss it. And Mary J. Blige is on record being like, okay, well, Britney is not as good of a singer as you, but she'll go further because she's not an asshole. And so... that is well documented. I believe it is true. Pink also retaliated about this a lot and for a long time at the time. She like had dolls of Christina on the stage and like fake humped them and made fun of it. Just was like, you know, a lot of the like stupid girls kind of stuff that Pink did back in the day hasn't aged very well because it seemed a little anti-woman at the time. Also, my understanding is that this has been long resolved. Pink has been on Watch What Happens Live being like, oh, we have no beef now. She tweeted about You Lost Me and how great Christina sounded in like 2012 or whenever that album was out. And so the idea that she couldn't have thrown in just a little like, you know, but that was so long ago. We were kids and we're all grown up now.
They were legitimately
They
kids.
were children.
Yeah.
They were children.
And not only were they kids, but like Pink and like Christina were very much artists who were like, okay, we have to be the anti-Britney. Like we have to, like Britney's like known for being so nice and so sweet and like so girly and everything. We have to be like not that, so we stand out.
Right.
So I imagine they were like, we have to be like, you know, we have to say what's on our mind. And I imagine they went over the line several times.
Sure.
Trying to do that.
Sure. And it's like, obviously you didn't get along at the time. But again, it's been 20 years now. You guys are mothers. Like, I just feel like we need to let this go a little bit. Like, I feel like even if Mariah, who, you know, has never worked with Christina, had negative things to say about her in like 2006, was asked about Christina Aguilera, she'd be like, oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know her much. And like, I just feel like there should have been like actually we're cool. Let's squash this so that the fan wars didn't become a whole thing again. But then of course, last night people are arguing with her on Twitter. Pink's responding, being like, you know, I've kissed Christina on the mouth, so I don't need to kiss her ass. And it's like, Pink, like, I don't know if we're like trying to build buzz for the album or whatever, but it's like, I want us all to leave this shit in the past. Stan wars are clearly a thing, but not for the girls that are 40. I don't spend my time anymore fighting with Twitter people online about Mariah Carey. I have done it, but I've been on a message board or two.
We have all been there.
We've all been there.
But we were also younger when we did it.
Yes, we were younger. And so I feel like for the stars themselves, I think we should just leave it in the past. So I don't blame Pink for being honest about her experience, but I also just wish she could have thrown in a little like, but that was a million years ago. We're so beyond cool.
Sure.
And then this would have been all avoided. But of course, now it's all over the internet, all over. But and again, maybe that's what the label wanted. Maybe they're blowing it up, being like, yes, we're talking about Pink. Her new album, Trustfall, available now.
Which side are you on, Christina's or Pink's? Well, Christina doesn't have an album, but Pink does. So maybe listen to that album.
Maybe listen.
And maybe you'll be on her side.
Christina has Liberation and those Aguilera
Liberation
EPs.
was like 5 years ago.
Was it 5?
It was like 2018.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, she put out an EP, a Spanish EP called Aguilera.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
some of
Well,
that.
well, Christina, get it on the interviews. Come on, start talking shit about Pink, I guess.
I
don't know.
guess so.
No, please don't. We're done. We are done.
And speaking of people who were wronged in the early aughts, Miss Janet Jackson apparently was set to receive the Global Impact Award at the Grammys this year, but before she appeared on the Grammys to receive such award, demanded an apology from CBS because of what they did to her regarding the Super Bowl. Because of your friend Les Moonves.
He's not my friend. I don't know him.
Julie, whatever her name is. Julie Chen. Did you still say Julie Chen Moonves?
Julie Chen Moonves is my friend.
Okay, well, I feel like
in my heart she is.
I look at her sideways for this reason. Apparently, Janet was reportedly up to win that Global Impact Award and attend a pre-Grammy event with the Black Music Collective. Due to a scheduling conflict, she couldn't attend the pre-Grammy performance, so her team tried to work out with the Grammys on her receiving the honor during the telecast, but before accepting, she wanted CBS to address and apologize for how they treated her after the 2004 Super Bowl malfunction. They did not reach an agreement. Things just got too complicated and talks ended. So she did not receive the reward or go to the ceremony.
They did not reach an agreement? What negotiating needs to happen?
I feel like even though Les Moonves is clearly not there anymore, I think it's a big thing for a big conglomerate like CBS to be like, we handled this poorly and like this should not have happened. And justice for Janet essentially is a hard pill for a big network like CBS to swallow. I appreciate Janet sticking to her guns and not being like, you know what, I'll just want to be on stage and I want people to see me before my tour. It's like, no, I'm owed an apology. I'm not going to appear on this network accepting something when we still have bad blood.
Yeah. The thing is, like, everyone is like, who should do the Super Bowl next year? Who should do the Super Bowl next year? And it's like, if Janet did the Super Bowl, like everyone would watch that because that would be a moment. Or if like, oh God, if they were like, there's a surprise Super Bowl halftime performance, like we're not going to announce who it's going to be.
Oh, they'd never do that.
I mean, they would never do that. Yeah. That's what sucks about marketing nowadays is like there always has to be spoilers like first thing.
Oh, thank God for Beyonce keeping surprises alive.
For fucking real. Like that is why Beyonce is Beyonce, and she's doing it better than every single other person.
Hello.
But yeah, if Janet was the Super Bowl halftime show, people would watch the shit out of that.
Absolutely.
Even if they don't even know anything about Janet's discography or anything, they would be like, oh, but there is a narrative here.
Yes. You know what it means to have Janet on the Super Bowl. And that's the thing. The public is more obsessed with narratives now than they ever have been. Oh. That's why Miley's Flowers is so exciting for people. They're like, this is where he cheated with Liam or whatever it was. And this is the narrative of our lives.
Oh, yeah.
Give Janet her flowers.
This is the Super Bowl narrative.
It really... Ooh. I got chills. Someone, I mean, this is an obvious idea, but hopefully someone from CBS is watching or whoever does the Super Bowl. Was it Fox this year?
It was Fox.
Who knows? Fox, you could be friends with Janet. Be the anti-CBS. Do the right thing.
You think Fox is going to do the right thing?
I mean, it's nice to have hope for a moment, okay?
Okay.
Did you see that Amy Poehler and Tina Fey are going on tour together?
No, like a comedy tour?
A comedy tour. It's the first ever joint comedy tour that will have limited runs in the East Coast this spring. Upsetting that it's only the East Coast. It's called the Restless Leg Tour, which I think is pretty funny. But it's like, I don't think of either of them as stand-ups. So like, I mean, I'm sure they could do it. They're clearly so hilarious. But it's like, is this a sketch comedy show? Are you guys going to be like somehow hosting something? Or are you guys going to do stand-up? Is this obviously this must be being filmed for something.
Maybe it's a two-woman play, like a comedic play.
I don't know what it is, but I'm interested, and I'm sure I'll watch it on Peacock in a couple of years. Because Tina Fey doesn't like to do shit that doesn't get put on television or on Peacock. Because the musical version of Mean Girls is coming out, and did you see that she's reprising her role?
Yeah.
She and Tim, what's his last name? Who was the teacher? Or the principal.
Oh, I
Cute
forget.
guy from SNL. Tim something. Someone tell us in the chat. They're going to be reprising the roles, which I'm excited about, but also curious about because I'm pretty sure Miss Norbury sings at least a little bit. And
we can change the key. We can
change
fiddle.
the key.
And also, if it's the movie version, like we can auto-tune Tina to our hearts.
That's true.
Also, like
Tim Meadows, excuse me.
We've never heard Tina Fey sing.
True.
Maybe she's like has got pipes and can really belt her face off.
That's true. She also said, her quote said, the songs are sounding really kind of more pop. In Broadway, everything has to play to the back of the house. And in movies, everything can come back in and things can play really intimately. So it sounds...
She's going to do whisper
vocals.
She's
whispering, yeah. But she's like fully Selena Gomezing, and I appreciate that.
That works. If you can do it, it works.
It really does.
What if like Tina has like the sexiest tone?
That'd be amazing.
Like the sexiest whisper tone. Like
I would love that
oh
for
my
all
God.
of us. It could happen. Did you see that Rihanna had that Vogue spread with A$AP Rocky and her baby, whose name we still don't know.
I love this picture.
It's such a great picture.
Picture is so, even just like the technicalities of the picture, just like the architecture of it, the shapes of it, it just works so well. That baby is so cute.
Oh my! I mean, of course, A$AP Rocky, as problematic as he is gorgeous, and Rihanna is Rihanna.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that this baby is the cutest thing in the world.
That little smile that baby has, it's just like, of course you're smiling. Your mom is Rihanna.
I know. It's the best day ever for this child all the time. Did you see that this picture made straight men furious?
Oh, blah, blah, blah. Everything makes straight men furious.
Rihanna's in the front as if she's the leader of the family, and she's emasculating A$AP Rocky because he's doing childcare like a woman. And it's like, what is wrong with you people?
Like, what are you talking? Like, this is a cover for Rihanna.
It's exactly.
Like, this is if A$AP Rocky had something new coming out and everything, I'm sure a magazine will be like, hey, A$AP, you want to be the main item on the cover of the magazine? Like, but no, it's about Rihanna. And she was like, hey, bring on my husband and baby.
So
she literally just did the halftime show of the Super Bowl. You think A$AP Rocky's going to be in the front?
I know. It's Rihanna's time. And also in the article, and we know that Rihanna's known to lie about this, but Rihanna says it would be crazy if the album didn't come out this year.
I know. I saw that.
But
you know, the thing is, she didn't say that is happening. She just said that it would be crazy. And, you know, Rihanna's probably in her head just like, LOL, yeah, it's going to be crazy.
It also was funny to me that at a moment she was like, you know, honestly, I kind of miss doing music videos more than doing the music. It was like, wait, what? And she's like, and I can't make a visual for just me talking. It's like, Rihanna, I don't, like, for a woman whose career has been based on how good her ear is and how when she hears a fucking hit, she knows it and can jump on it and is like leading the curvature of what pop music even sounds like. It's like, you don't care about the music? What are you talking about? That's the whole thing.
Rihanna, I'm just telling you, it has been, you know, however many years since Anti, like 6, 7 almost.
Yeah.
And so it's like, Rihanna, I guarantee you have 10 incredible songs that you have done in those 7 years. Just put them out.
Just
put out like a 10-track album. I'll settle for a 9-track album.
Truly.
As long as it's great, people will listen to it. You'll make a ton of money.
Exactly. And you love money.
You're
a billionaire.
I know.
Did you see your girl got a makeover?
Which girl?
Barney.
Oh, my king.
Your king. So
don't emasculate my king.
Apologize.
Don't emasculate the one king of my life.
If you haven't seen, Barney is coming back. Mattel is rebooting the franchise with a new series and films, and a new picture came out of like a CGI 3D looking Barney with looking a little bit different. I saw a very funny tweet that was like a picture of old Barney and new Barney side by side, and it's like, oh, buckle fat removal, and like
it does look like buckle fat removal,
like eye lift, and like all the plastic surgeries Barney had done in the interim. But apparently the relaunch will kick off with a reimagined animated series, which is set to debut globally in 2024. Apparel and accessories for adult fans featuring classic Barney are also in development. Matt Steele,
yes,
how do you feel about all this?
I mean, it's like asking, like, how do you feel that, like, Beyonce had an outfit change? It's like, well, great, still queen.
No.
Still number one.
No, not about Barney's new look, but about Barney returning to us.
Barney's never left.
Oh, Barney was gone.
Barney has been in our hearts forever, motherfuckers. And I'm glad... as long as the hits are still in the show, as long as we still got that theme song, as long as we still got I Love You, You Love Me, as long as we still got Clean Up, the show's going to be a hit.
Are you going to watch it, or are you going to pretend to watch it like you did whenever Degrassi comes back?
Degrassi's not coming back. Wow, you're really just like stinging me
I
nonstop
assumed it would come back.
I mean, HBO Max canceled it, so I assume it's not coming back.
But did it not even get a first season on HBO Max? The new
Oh,
so
it was supposed to come out in like
and it just never
beginning
even
of like 2024.
Oh, I really didn't know that. I wasn't meant to be a dig.
I don't even know if they like cast it yet. I think it was still just like in development.
Man.
I know. But anyway, this is about Barney. This is about wonderful memories. As long as Baby Bop is in there, my queen Baby Bop.
Always stand Baby Bop. I don't know if I could pick Baby Bop out of lamb. Is she yellow with like kind of a crown?
That's BJ. BJ's the yellow one.
Who's Baby Bop?
Baby Bop is green with like pink polka dots.
Okay.
And the pink little slippers.
That's a Cute color combination.
I would literally die for Baby Bop.
Okay, please don't die for Baby Bop.
You know, I was Baby Bop in kindergarten for Halloween.
I remember you telling me.
Yes, because I wanted to be Princess Jasmine.
Oh, so this wasn't the year you wanted to be Aaliyah.
No, Aaliyah was first grade.
Okay.
I wanted to be Aaliyah in first grade.
Of course.
But kindergarten, I wanted to be Princess Jasmine. Not like necessarily because I wanted to be a princess at all. I didn't give a shit about that. I wanted to be Princess Jasmine because she wore that cool jewel on her forehead, and I thought it was so cool.
You and Gwen Stefani.
I know. I just wanted to wear that, and so but we went to the costume store. There was no Princess Jasmine, but there was. I did see Baby Bop, and I was like, Mother, that. And let me tell you, I was a hit in my kindergarten class.
Of course you were.
Everyone was just like, yes, Matt Steele.
That's the thing. You know your target demographic. Even
Yes.
back then.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my kindergarten teacher, every 5 seconds, she would just look at me and go, you are so adorable. And I would just
Oh
be
my
like,
God.
Of course, I'm playing the queen.
Not to bring it down, but did you see the Bruce Willis update?
Devastating.
So
I mean, I know that it had been confirmed that he was suffering from aphasia and like the beginnings of dementia. Like I think it was announced like a year ago, I want to say. But this is just like a further diagnosis.
So yes, this was on Emma Hemming Willis, I assume one of his daughter's Instagram page. Since we announced Bruce's diagnosis of aphasia in spring 2022, Bruce's condition has progressed, and we now have a more specific diagnosis: frontotemporal dementia, known as FTD. Unfortunately, the challenges with communication are just one symptom of the disease Bruce faces. While this is painful, it is relief to finally have a clear diagnosis. I'm sure that's beautiful to have a diagnosis, but just like what a cruel disease, and like what an awful thing that this family has to endure.
I know, and I understand that there must be a relief in that, but like it's just so devastating because he's so young.
I know.
Like, he's so.
How old is he?
I think he's like in his early 60s,
Oh
maybe,
my gosh.
probably.
That's not the age that you would think this would happen.
No, and I mean, like, really, like, it's terrible for all ages, but it's just so shocking when it, and you know, you do hear of it happening to younger people, but rarely like a celebrity.
I know.
Like, that is so like well known and famous and everything. That, especially a celebrity that is so known for being so strong and so just like nothing can destroy Bruce Willis. He was literally an unbreakable.
Yeah.
Like it's so. My heart goes out to his family. He's
Absolutely.
an insanely talented actor. Always thought he was great in everything he did, and I hear he's also incredible. Like him and his family are also incredibly nice as well.
Love it.
So,
and I mean, him and Demi Moore always had such a great relationship, even after they were no longer married. I don't know. He always did come across as a really great guy. So
yeah, they had houses next to not to like name drop, but I know someone who's friends with the family, and they had houses next to each other, and like Bruce and Demi and Ashton Kutcher apparently just hung out every night at each other's houses and everything. Like, and then that's just such a wonderful family unit to have. Like, it's so great for the kids to have that.
Oh, and correction, Emma is his wife. I apologize. I said it was his daughter. But yes, thoughts and prayers absolutely go out to him and his family. It's just an awful, awful thing. Did you see that Joshua Bassett got baptized at a mega church that is pro conversion therapy?
Yeah, and then people told him, and he was just like, "Okay, never mind."
I mean, he was unaware of some of their policies and beliefs, and do not endorse all of them. My heart is for Christ and Christ alone. I believe now he has fans around him, like singing praise and worship songs outside of his home or outside of wherever he is staying. I hope that this is all in good faith and all of this is happening. I will say from the outside looking in, I don't know what's going on with Joshua Bassett, but I feel like a very sudden and very evangelical turn to a religion is a little, again, outside looking in, maybe everything is all good and copacetic, but it's a little worrying for me, especially when I remember he was posting previously really dark, kind of depressing tweets or Instagrams, like really like worrying kind of stuff. And he's taken this such a sharp turn. There was like a moment where I was unclear if there were rumors of him having come out and then maybe not coming out, and like a confusion around that. I just am like, if we are spending so much time and energy analyzing Britney Spears and like how she's doing mentally, I would like to be a little concerned about Joshua Bassett.
Sure.
Maybe everything's fine.
Yeah, of course. It's just the people around him who are friends, family, close, just keep an eye. Make sure.
Give him a call.
I will say, I guess this is better than him being insanely depressed and everything. You know, people, do what you turn to wherever you need to turn to, as long as it is a healthy thing to turn to.
Yes.
But, like, I just hope this is a healthy thing.
I hope
to
that
turn
as
to.
well.
And maybe, you can still be very into Christ and everything, but like maybe find a different church.
Yes,
that's
maybe
a little
find a
more.
different
They're all over LA.
Oh my gosh.
They're all over LA.
A lot of the ones in LA secretly hate gays too, but there's got to be one that doesn't.
There's got to be one that doesn't. Find
doesn't.
one with a nice lesbian minister.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, you'll have the best time, and you can collab, make some great music.
See that The White Lotus is no longer going to be eligible for the best anthology series at the Emmys.
I saw that.
That seems fair.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, it's not an anthology. I mean, I guess characters went from season 1 to season 2. It's not a miniseries. Yeah. How many shows do you think start as like, this might be a miniseries, but if people like it?
I know. Was Big Little Lies like the first thing to do that?
That seems like one that feels very big. Like,
yes.
It's like a turning point for that kind of thing. And I'm not complaining. I love The White Lotus. I'm glad there are going to be more seasons, but it's just like, that it should move to a drama category.
Of course, yeah. We want to play fair. We don't want no category fraud.
No.
I bet you all those drama actors, though, in like regular series are just like, fuck.
I know.
Like Laura Linney's probably just like, what the hell do I have to do to get this Emmy for Ozark?
We're going to see. I mean, especially Succession's always in those categories.
I know,
too.
and the Succession people.
It's tough. Live action Lilo and Stitch movie is finally a go with Zach Galifianakis attached in an unknown role.
An unknown role? I thought it was as the guy with one eye. I've never seen Lilo and Stitch.
It doesn't say.
At first I thought it was Stitch, that he was Stitch, but then I
Yeah.
saw things that he was playing the guy with one eye who's like the villain.
Supposedly unknown.
You know what? Hey, as long as it is a pleasant experience on
Yes.
set, I hope everyone has a great time.
Absolutely.
And isn't Jackson a huge Lilo and Stitch fan?
I believe, yes, big Lilo and Stitch fan.
Oh, yeah. I went on a date with a guy once who was obsessed
Oh,
with
I remember you
Stitch.
telling me about him.
Obsessed with Stitch. Like, and I was like, oh, what are you into, like, entertainment wise? And this guy actually was an animator, and he was like, I'm obsessed with Stitch. Like, you should see my apartment.
I was gonna say, did you ever go to his apartment, and was it like Jim Parsons' character in Spoiler Alert?
No, I
with all
didn't see his apartment, but it's interesting because he was a very like big, burly, muscular guy and
Right.
everything. So to have him be like, I love Stitch, it was just like, oh, this is.
You know what?
Everyone has layers.
It's true.
Yeah.
Can't judge a book. Don't judge a book. Ryan Seacrest is leaving Live with Kelly and Ryan and being replaced with Kelly Ripa's husband, Mark Consuelos.
You know what? That is one guy who will not leave Kelly. Because I feel like poor Kelly has been like on the hunt for a guy who will last longer than a couple seasons.
And he's going to last forever. They've been together for so many years. I assume they met on like a soap opera or something back when they were, children. And so, yeah, I love that they're going to be together. There was a moment in time where it seemed like Anderson Cooper could have been the guy with her. And I still think they were a cute couple together. Not like couple, of course, but like they played off each other very well. And that was around the time Anderson got his own talk show, which was short-lived. So it didn't happen. But I was really rooting for that back in the day. But I'm sure Mark Consuelos will do a great job. They'll obviously have very natural chemistry in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'm sure good for them. I personally would be like, would you want to work so closely and so regularly with your husband?
I know, yeah. We've been doing 2 gay mats for almost 10 years now, and at this point, we hate each other.
It's true. It's like we only talk when we're on mic, because if not, turning away.
Guys, we were so close to getting married. You have no idea.
I know.
And then it all just dissolved.
I know, because we started the show. So I hope that's not the same fate for Kelly and Ryan. No, Mark?
Mark, sure.
Whatever the husband's name. He's gorgeous.
Of course he is.
Good for him. And good for her. I'm trying to think if there's anything else of note. I feel like there's not anything. Apparently, no, that's not important. I was going to say something about the Housewives. Basically, Countess Luann had a cabaret show that Dorinda came. She was one of the cast members on the show and had to be escorted out of because she was a little too tipsy. But the most important thing that happened at this cabaret show was Luann said that there were rumors that Roni Legacy, which was the ladies who all got fired essentially, and there was a rumor that came out on Page 6 that the show got canceled because Jill Zarin wanted too much money, which doesn't sound right. Jill Zarin is dying to be back on that show and would take so little money to do it. But Luann said essentially Legacy is still happening and hinted that contract negotiations stalled as the cast wants Ramona back in the mix. Which, by the way, ladies, I do not. We've seen enough of Ramona and her racist ass. I need the rest of you and know her. And I'm sure you're all racist, but I'm glad to not know it. Ramona makes it too obvious.
But maybe they want her back so they look less racist in comparison.
Honestly, you could be right.
Okay, guys, these plot wives, these housewives, they plot.
They plot.
They know they're a masterminds like Taylor.
They've been on television for 11, 12 years. So I get that they have a plan, but I would just like to see it filmed, and I would like to see Jill Zarin be a part of it. No Ramona. Ramona's unnecessary.
Okay.
Matt Steele.
Yes.
Is there any other news for idiots you'd like to share?
I don't think so. We covered all our bases. We
know.
went from Rihanna to Barney.
Yes.
To everybody.
To
everybody
the Housewives.
important. To the Housewives.
Got them all.
To the BAFTAs.
Yes.
Oh, guys. And there's still more podcasts to go.
I love that we're just recapping the podcast at this point. But thank you guys so much for listening. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with more 2 Gay Mats, the podcast. Yay.
Stunning.
We do have range. Clarkson is cringe to me and talks over the... Kelly Clarkson?
Chris and
Hurtful.
Timothy.
Hurtful. I want to warn the Mats, there's always truth in sarcasm.
What did we do?
What did we do? What was the sarcasm?
What was the sarcasm?
I don't know.
Oh, wow. Today was truly
variety. We had a lot to say. There was a lot to go over.
There was a lot of news stories, yeah.
There was a lot of news stories. And, a lot to catch up on between the two of us.
Of course, yeah. I miss you so much.
I know.
I saw you 3 days ago.
I know, but we were just talking about Danity Kane and Fiona Apple. Preview.
Guys, is Aya out there? Her patron request is coming.
It's happening. It's happening.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what are y'all up to? What was going on in the chat?
What were you chatting about while we were talking about all that?
I wish you saw my comments about the pink drama. Matt Steele, you were canceled for calling Irish people British.
Isn't it a part of Great Britain?
I guess
Doesn't
not.
that? I always thought British encompassed all of it.
Oh.
Or I'm sure England thinks that, but I'm sure the
Right.
Irish is like, no, fuck you.
Right.
And I'm just like, guys, I don't know. I'm from New Jersey.
Shout out to Michael Smith who signed up for Skillshare. Every free
Yes.
trial sign up helps us, guys, and only really until the end of the month. So if you're gonna do it before the 1st. Danity Kane, that episode was everything. I'm glad because honestly, as I was leaving your house, I was like, I didn't do Danity Kane justice. But it seems like people are really enjoying the
I
video.
think you did. That's how I always feel whenever I talk about something that
I really care about.
There are podcast days where I'm driving home and I'm just like, I didn't go into enough detail.
I promise
didn't go
you
into enough detail.
that is never the problem. If I can give you feedback, it is not that you didn't go into enough detail. Oh, I was just joking about Steele saying y'all were dating. Oh, well, secret's out.
Yeah.
I compared it to when Mariah shades Celine in her book for singing with Aretha in Divas Live 1998. Yes. And that Mariah didn't need to mention that in the book. Mariah would never mention it now, knowing what Celine is going through.
Yeah.
Yes, we have seen the Joker teaser picture Gaga posted.
Yeah,
It's a picture. Like, I don't know what you want us to say about it.
It looks like she's invested
in
whatever's happening in
picture of a movie I will not be seeing.
Oh, come on. You're not going
don't.
to see Lady Gaga.
No.
What if the album is great?
Then I'll listen to it. We can do a live reaction to the album.
Oh, that would
great.
be insane.
I know.
Yeah.
Steele, the sneeze had too much detail. I love that he's leaving and being like, I didn't talk enough about the sneeze.
No. The sneeze, I think I was beautifully articulate on. I am proud of my discussion of Andrea Riseborough's
You did a
sneeze.
beautiful job there.
She did a beautiful job.
I'd be
That
down.
is
Hey,
fine.
you're not the first person, Ricky, who's asked for a part 2 on Danity Kane.
Oh, there's more music?
Matt Steele very much shut this idea down. Matt Harkenrider, who was in the not Glory reaction, it was the Britney and Elton reaction video.
Dance, Tiny Dancer.
Big Danity Kane fan and was like, oh my God, I clicked this video so fast. You guys need to do a part 2. And Matt Steele sent a gift that was just never going to happen. I was like, why not?
It's like, it's over. We're done.
There's some more to say.
Okay,
Because I don't feel like I went into Welcome to the Dollhouse enough because that is such a
you
fucking
didn't talk
album.
about that album at all.
This is what I'm saying. I want
right.
to talk more about it.
Man, how about one day when I am on vacation and out of town, you and Matt Harkenrider can do a Danity
But
Kane.
the goal is to get you invested in Danity Kane.
I guess that is the goal of 2 Gay Mats. I guess that is the point of 2 Gay Mats.
Yes. Jeff endorses it. Jeff's a big Danity Kane fan. And the thing is, when do me and Jeff agree? So rarely. Let's celebrate that. Hello.
So, guys, this is everyone coming together here. Danity Kane brings us all together.
Steele needs to get a B ticket so we can get a tour review. Hey, I can still talk about the tour and Matt Steele cannot.
I'll be like,
happy.
I'm sure it was the best thing ever. Wasn't there a La La Land moment when the wrong winner for a supporting actress got announced at the BAFTAs? Oh, yeah. For a second, people thought Carey Mulligan won because I think the teleprompter or something showed Carey Mulligan to Troy Kotzer instead of Carrie Condon or something. Something happened, and for a second, people thought Carey Mulligan won.
Oh,
I don't know if Carey Mulligan was there. So since the first Joker was basically Taxi Driver, is Joker 2 just going to be One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? I mean, I love One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, so I'd be down.
Oh my gosh, Abu, that's very
Abu,
nice.
Thank you so much. Damn, now I gotta do a Danity Kane part 2.
Hey, that's very sweet. That's not exactly how the patron requests work, but we really appreciate it, and I'm gonna be pushing for them. Mrs. Matt H. I hope he will come back to guest star sometimes. A lot of people liked Matt H.
I mean,
a lot of people liked Matt. He's great. He's a lovely guy.
He's amazing.
Lovely
you have
guy.
to do a trade Palmer. You have to watch Babylon if we want a part 2.
No, Jeff.
I am telling you, it's so entertaining.
Oh, Vinny's waiting on a Girlicious one. That'll happen.
Oh, that'll be a great
because we both love Girlicious.
Yeah.
It's wild that you like Girlicious and don't care about Danity Kane. I must tell you that.
I mean, that Girlicious album is so great.
It is, but if you listen to Welcome to the Dollhouse all the way through.
Okay, yeah, I've not listened to a
Yes.
Danity Kane album all the way through.
You'll
yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
I love this. I came around to Babylon, so can you. The code name for Joker 1 was Romeo, and the code name for Joker for 2 is Juliet. Okay, we love that. Maybe that means there are only going to be 2.
Wait, what do you mean code name?
I guess maybe like on set or like when people are talking about it.
Oh, like how the code name for RRR was literally RRR, and when they were like, let's think of a title, the producers were kind of just like, we like RRR. That's literally how RRR.
Is it really?
Yeah, because it was code for the name of the director and the name of the 2 lead actors because they all start with R, and it's like a big deal that these 2 leading actors were in a movie together because apparently in India and like Indian cinema, if there's a star in the movie, there is no other star.
Wow.
Yeah, and so it's like a big deal that 2 Indian film stars were together.
Right.
So they were calling it RRR. And producers were just like, actually, RRR is kind of kick ass. So
I love that.
Let's just kind of make it work. So like then they made it stand for Rise, Roar, Revolt.
Oh.
It's kind of like, this is still a stretch, but
That's
like,
cute.
But it's also cool, like, because when people see RRR, they're kind of just like, what's that? You know?
That's true.
So-
It invites a lot of questions. Hello, Diogo. Thank you for being here.
Hello, Diogo.
Sign up for Skillshare.
Sign up for Skillshare.
We're going to be saying that until, I guess, March 1st is coming up.
Yeah.
But it's really helpful before March 1st. Someone was let down by the Girlicious album because Natalia was my favorite and she barely sang. Was she the one that, I remember Natalie. I remember there was one girl in the show, like Search for the Next Pussycat Doll, who was like, I'm beautiful and my talent is being beautiful. And it's like, babe, beautiful's not a talent. But she did make the group, in fairness. So I got her. If that's Natalie, then it's okay she didn't sing because I don't think she was great. But man, but I also feel like Me is just such a classic, underrated gem.
That is such a great song.
Like, what a great hook to get people to listen to.
The code name for Fire Island was Tuna Walk. Why do movies need code names?
How do you know that?
Everyone on it's not like Fire Island was like the next Marvel movie where there were deep secrets within the script or whatever that people would be aching for. So it's like, why does this need a code name?
Just, I don't know, so something doesn't leak. I don't know. Maybe it hadn't been formally announced that it was happening.
I guess.
I don't know. Was Girlicious really a thing? Because after they were out together, it was crickets. They were underrated. Because that album is great. And I love their cover of The Way We Were.
Oh.
So
great.
good.
It's so great.
It's so good. That was her. LOL. Rumor has it they had to re-record her vocals on this show because they were terrible. Well, Vinny, why did you want to hear from her on the album? I don't understand. Lots of software stuff. I was codenamed Sue. Mariah has to let that go. LOL. Celine wanted her moment. Aretha only did a duet with Mariah and spent time with her. I agree. Mariah should let that go.
I love this. Girlicious sounds like a name made up for a comedy.
I know.
Yazzie, I know.
I know.
For years, I was like, you liked a group called Girlicious? Like, that is ridiculous. And he was like, you don't understand. And I was like, I don't need to understand. And he was like, you do. And I finally listened and I was like, I understand because the music was there.
Hello?
Girlicious.
Maybe Girlicious was like their draft name. It was their code name, and it just became the real group name as they were coming up with the idea.
Probably, yeah.
They're like, it's not going to really be Girlicious, but we'll call it Girlicious for right now.
Yeah.
Vinny, because she was pretty. LOL. I was a very shallow gay teenager. That's so funny. It's like sometimes we'll put up a reaction like to our Miley Cyrus Flowers thing, and it's like, wow, I love that you guys talk about the music. Everyone usually just talks about their looks. It's like what?
What other reaction
They're
videos are out
musicians.
there?
I don't understand.
Like, if the point of your channel is to talk about what reaction, like things that you're watching, like you're just gonna talk about how the look,
like whether they're cute.
It's Miley Cyrus. We know what she looks like. We will always compliment her teeth, but because those are great teeth.
You do love her teeth.
Oh my God, her teeth are gorgeous. They're so white, and those gums look so healthy.
I've never analyzed teeth as much as you have.
Just Miley. So like,
Just
I'm telling you,
Miley.
just like every time I see those teeth, I'm just like, those are great teeth.
Hi, what are your thoughts on Trust Fall, the album? Will there be a review? No.
What is Trust Fall?
That's the Pink album.
Oh, that's you were just talking about that. Sorry.
I got through half of it at the gym and had to change. I did like one of those songs. I like the single a lot. I hate that Never Not Gonna Dance Again song. I think it's some Can't Stop the Feeling bullshit.
Oh, it's not 2014
you know I hate that.
anymore.
But I liked Runaway. Runaway kind of had an up-tempo, almost blinding lights, maybe You're the Problem, Ava Max thing to it, and I did like that one.
I mean, Spice Girls fandom was mostly based on looks. Absolutely not,
Ooh,
Grace.
ooh.
It was based on attitude.
Because they were so distinct.
I mean, true.
Yes.
But that's their personality as well, including, what they wore. Like, it was just great marketing all around. But also the music was great too. We're not talking about Forever. But the music was great.
Did you talk about Vanderpump? Thoughts on Ep 2? I haven't talked about it, but Ep 2 was also good. Like, I'm invested. I like Tom and Katie sitting down at that opening party talking about how this was kind of the other woman. This, like, Schwartz and Sandy's bar was the other woman in their marriage. And they're like, it really broke us. And it's like, was it worth it is the question for both of us. And like, I don't know. It was good. It's like real stuff is happening on that show for the first time in so long. Matt Steele, we were dealing with lizard funerals. We were dealing with
I'm so happy that it's getting better. For
comedy
you.
sketches.
I'm
Like,
so
it was
happy.
truly ridiculous past several seasons. Matt P, what about Lost Cause? Is that in the first half? I might not have gotten to it. Sorry, Christian.
Get
I know
to
you
it.
love it. Yeah, I didn't get to Lost Cause. I think I stopped around Last Call. I love Mariah Carey more than most things, but still, LOL. I don't remember what you said before. Aretha loved hearing singers sing. She didn't want people holding back. People are arguing about this Mariah Celine thing still. I think Spice Girls should also be credited for being good songwriters to write those catchy songs.
They are credited as writers on all those songs.
That's good. Lizard funerals, like literally Tom Schwartz had a pet lizard that lived for like 6 months and it died, and they had a whole episode about the funeral for the lizard.
That's awful.
Truly kill me. Like, this is not something I want to watch.
If it wasn't the bar, it would have been something else that
broke Tom and Katie up. They should have really never gotten married. That's really the truth. But I mean, honestly, and I hate to be that guy, but I always am like, well, at least they didn't have kids. Sure. Like, they can have a very clean break now. Sure. Like, when people get divorced without kids, I'm like, great. Everybody can go and live their life.
It's less messy.
So much less messy.
Yeah.
And the thing is, before we do the Girlicious video, we're going to need to learn their names, because I don't know any of those girls' names.
I don't know what they look like.
I know that they're gorgeous.
I don't think I've ever seen them.
You've not seen the Like Me video?
And I've never seen the Like Me video.
Really?
Yeah, I have seen the album cover, because they are on the album cover.
I don't know how I got down that road. We went from Pink to that. Don't be sorry. It's fine. We're going on tangents all the time.
This is Two Gay Mats, baby.
It's a part of it.
It's
a part of the charm.
We're going everywhere.
He never chose her for real. I completely agree. And that's the thing is, like, I'm sorry to make this about Vanderpump, but I like that there are at least two people in the chat who know what I'm talking about. I feel like because Tom Schwartz is very cute and very, like, charming on the show, and Katie is a little dour. Like, she doesn't pop on screen, and, like, she's a bit of a downer. But if you looked at, like, how their relationship worked, he was really the problem, but no one could see it just because she's a frowner or whatever. And it's like, okay, sure, she's not, like, great television or, like, the brightest light in the room, but she's a person who you're married to who should come first in your relationship, and you throw her under the bus every single time.
Maybe she's so dour because she's been with Tom since the beginning.
Hello? That's what it is. And I feel like a lot of it, not to be that guy, misogyny. People just love, like, a rascal man.
Oh, sure.
So much more. It's like, oh, she's a nagging, annoying woman wife. And
I love a woman who nags. I'm the biggest Kate Gosselin stan there is.
I knew it was going to come to Kate, and I didn't want to.
That is, she is up there with Baby Bop, a mean queen.
LOL, for a second, I thought we were talking about Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes, and I was like, wait, they did have a kid. Sorry. Tom and Katie from Vanderpump Rules. The stream of consciousness of the chat is really keeping me calm. Good. Matt P, by the way, Trust Falls last half is way better than the first half if you ever feel like revisiting it. I will revisit it. He's endearing, and she can be a bit naggy, but he constantly cheated. He did cheat. Yeah. He's just a better version of Chat. Yes. To quote Ava Max, maybe you're the problem. Wait, me? What did I do?
Baby Bop is a baby bop. When is Baby Bop going to come out with some songs on her own? Like, that are as big of a hits as, Clean Up, Clean Up, I Love You, You Love Me.
Does she not have solo material?
She does, but like, it's not
up to par, as they say.
That is the best thing I ever did for you.
I mean, you did come in and just say, make it bitchier. And I was
Just
like,
make a
got
bitch
it.
here. And you created a masterpiece.
I'm proud of that one.
Now that is an Oscar-worthy
Hello?
best song in a feature film. If it was eligible,
I know, it should have been out.
that would have been better than When You Believe, baby. It'd be
I didn't
you
say
and-
that. I didn't say that. It's just like a bitchy.
Up to Par is better than most things on this planet.
That Tom guy, absolutely. Tom Schwartz. Grace, if you want to jump into Vanderpump, this season is good. You won't get Stassi, who is a racist, but I did like. Just on the show. And it's good that she's not on. I've never heard of Baby Bop. Learning new things tonight. Have you all heard the Mariah Brian breakup rumors? We haven't seen them together since the new year.
Wait, there's rumors that they broke up?
I can't think about it. And like she went to Valentine's Day with her kids.
Oh.
He honestly, I feel like he's so good for her. I hope it's not true. They've broken up once before, back when Stella was in the picture, so maybe it'll come back together.
Moment of silence.
The moment. I don't think you're gonna find a better
Question.
Yes.
Brian Tanaka's very hot.
Of course.
If Brian Tanaka wanted to date you, well, I mean, you're not single.
I'm
so
not single.
Pretend that Jackson's not in the picture.
Okay.
But like, if you were single and Brian Tanaka like found you and he was just like, "Oh my God,
After-
let's go for it, babe," and like wanted
After
to be your
dating
boyfriend,
Mariah?
but there was still a little bit of bad blood between him and Mariah.
No. I couldn't do it.
Wow.
He's gorgeous, and I was following him on Instagram from the Love on Top video because I was
But you know
like,
what? There are other gorgeous men
that's
out
the
there.
thing. It's like, no. You got me to listen to Danity Kane, but Bravo is too far. You know what, Grace? That's fine. We all have our lines. Oh, God, we're back to When You Believe.
It always comes back to
It
When You
always
Believe.
does. Wait, but then there could be an album. What could be? Danity Kane?
There will not be a Danity Kane
Hey,
album.
Jeff and I are wishing that like we're putting it out into the universe enough that maybe they'll come back together and Andrea will be involved. I agree. Trust Fall is formulaic, even though there's more of a folk lean on this album. Our song, though, what a standout. I'll listen to the second half. I will. I was hoping for more Trust Fall-esque tracks, like the title.
Okay.
I like them together, but I also think about long term. Does he want to have kids? Because Mariah doesn't. So, but they must have talked about it. They've been together for like
Sure.
6-7 years
Yeah,
now.
they've had that
must have
discussion
discussed it
already.
already.
Yeah.
Oh, this is making me too sad. We should.
Oh yeah, Mariah's probably just like, "Girl, I will not be pregnant again.
No,
Thank you."
I mean,
Oh, we don't.
we
acknowledge.
don't.
I forgot
We
about
don't
that.
count anybody's eggs. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Sign up for Skillshare.
Yeah,
while
sign
you're,
up for
while you're
Skillshare.
waiting for this to start.
Jeez, that's so silly.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
We are back, and
We
we're,
really are.
We're feeling great.
Feeling good.
We are on to Email My Heart. This is the section of the podcast where we answer any questions that you guys might have. You can be a part of Email My Heart if you email us at 2gaymats@gmail.com. 2 is spelled TWO.
Yes.
First email comes from Gabrielle. Gabrielle says, "Hi, Mats. I don't know if you guys answer advice questions, but this is such a strange situation that I'm trying to get as many perspectives as possible and thought, why not reach out to the pod? I will try to keep
That's
this
nice.
as short as possible."
Okay.
So my best friend works in digital marketing and recently quit her job because she wasn't happy. 2 years ago, I went back to university to study to be a librarian as I realized that's what I want to do with my life, but have been struggling to find librarian work in my town. Recently, however, a job became available at a local library, so naturally I am going to apply for it. The other day, my friend messaged me saying, "I don't know if this is weird, but I'm thinking of applying for the library job because I'm sick of the corporate life." Obviously, I was surprised because she has never expressed interest in the career before, and she knows how hard it has been for me to find work in the field, so I don't know why she would add to the competition. I'm not really sure what to do because it's not like I have the right to tell her to not apply, but I also feel super betrayed by the fact that she wants to apply for what she knows is my dream job. Please help.
I think this is a very interesting question.
Yeah.
Because you're absolutely right. You do not have the right to tell her not to apply to something that is right within your field and something that you care a lot about. And I've been working towards for a long time, and there aren't a lot of jobs like this that come up a lot.
It is hard to get a library.
Really?
Yeah, well, my brother's a librarian. He's an elementary school librarian. He's just like, yeah, it is a tough field to crack into.
I think you do have a right to ask what prompted this decision about the specific job, and also just to make the point is like, hey, I know I can't tell you what to do, but it's been really tough for me to find a job in my field. And if you are just looking for something different, I would super appreciate you looking elsewhere. But of course, you do what you need to do. But I can't help but feeling a little hurt that this is happening. I don't want us going up against each other if possible. But, if that's what you want to do, best of luck to you. And let's just not talk about it, because this whole process could become a problem. After you do that, that's kind of all you can do. And you got to let go of the hurt and pain, and whatever they want to do, they're going to do. And if you're feeling like, oh, I am still feeling hurt by this, if you need to put a little distance between you and that person, that's totally fine. But technically, they're not doing anything wrong. But you telling them your real feelings is not wrong either, and you have to go off of that.
I mean, yeah, I think it's always great to be as open and honest upfront as possible.
Yes.
That way it doesn't fester inside of you.
Yes.
And you never know what will happen. You could end up getting a job, especially because you are the one who went to university for this. So you are, and it doesn't seem like your friend did. So technically you are more qualified.
Hello?
If I was working at that library, I would be looking at your resume before your friends. I'm sure your friend is lovely and smart and talented, but girl, you got the degree.
Exactly.
But yeah, I would say I would be as nice as you can. Just be like, hey, I don't want to make this awkward, so I'm just gonna flat out tell you. I would think that your friend would understand why you're feeling the way you do. And if your friend doesn't understand why you're feeling the way you do, then that would be a little bit of a red flag.
Right.
But I always go with honesty is the best policy.
Absolutely.
And don't go in being, super, judgy or anything like that, but just say hey, I just want to know why you chose this one, especially because you literally could have applied to any.
Totally.
Why this one specifically.
Right. And I think the goal of it should be, I need to get this feeling off my chest, and I want us to have an open and honest communication. And hopefully, no matter what the outcome is, because reminder, you cannot control their response or the outcome of this conversation, but hopefully you feel a little lighter, and their reaction will tell you a lot about who they are as a friend. Because I feel like you have to go through tough spots like this to see how a person reacts in this situation. Is just very indicative of the person they are deep down. Mm-hmm. And hopefully, if they're who you think they are, they'll be totally cool and understanding. No matter if they apply or not, they will understand your point of view and respect it. But I would avoid ultimatums. I would avoid trying to tell them what to do. But just like Matt Steele said, be honest, and I think it'll all be okay.
Yeah, totally. So I think you will be okay.
Yes.
And you are going to get a library job. Do not worry.
Absolutely. We believe in you.
Yeah. So next question comes to us from Anthony. Anthony says, question for the podcast. Hi, Mats. Hope you both are doing amazing. Random question. And I read this earlier, and this is a blast from the past.
Oh.
As I find myself on many nights, I find myself now watching some random Kelly Clarkson videos before going to bed.
Valid.
I was watching the Time After Time cover from the Meaning of Life tour duet with Kelsey Ballerini, who just dropped a kick-ass divorce EP, by the way, which reminded me that you once talked about how you were almost invited as her guests for the Minute and a Glass of Wine segment of her LA show. First, it is a true travesty that it didn't work out. Y'all would have slayed and the audience would have loved you. Now that almost 4 full years have passed, I'm curious if you'd share that whole process, what that whole process was like. How close was it to happening? What would y'all have done? Thank you. Your podcasts and videos make the world brighter.
Oh, that's so sweet. I hope you remember, because I really don't.
Truly, we have been doing this for so long.
I know.
And, even in, the acting world or the music world, I'm sure you get so many emails and people reaching out to you about potential opportunities.
Right.
And you always kind of have to go into them being it's probably not going to happen.
Exactly.
So, you don't get invested in everything. And after many, many years of doing that, we get reached out for potential opportunities for 2 Gay Mats that we're just this might not happen, but whatever. So what happened was, when Meaning of Life came out, someone reached out to both of us and was like, hey, we love your Kelly Clarkson videos. She's doing stuff on tour where she's like meeting fans and they're like filming it for like each leg of the tour. And we would like for you to submit a video for the LA leg to be one of the potential people to meet her when she's in LA. And like they would record it and it would be a thing. And honestly, we went in there being like, look, we know we love Kelly Clarkson.
Of course.
We love Kelly Clarkson.
Beyond.
But we know that out there are people who would die for the people who are their number one is Kelly Clarkson.
Yes.
You know, so we were like, okay, we probably aren't like the biggest Kelly people to be able to get this. So we kind of went in knowing like it was a long shot.
Right.
But we still made a video anyway.
Of course we did. Hello.
And I totally forget what we said. I think we had to talk about like our history with Kelly and it was like just a short, like probably like 2-minute video, 3-minute video that we had to make. And then I think, didn't they reach back out to us being like, you didn't get it?
I don't remember. I remember them reaching out to us about this opportunity, but I looked in our email. It wasn't there. I couldn't find it. I didn't know if it was like maybe they reached out on Instagram. I don't remember being told we didn't get it. I remember feeling like we were in the pool, but it didn't happen. But it's all okay.
Yeah,
you know,
it's an honor to be nominated.
Yes.
And I always take solace in knowing that like I guarantee you Kelly Clarkson has seen a video of us reacting to It's Quiet Uptown.
I mean, it is good.
I feel like she's seen that. I always wonder, I'm like, it's been almost a decade since Beyonce has released Self-Titled. Do you think she has seen some reaction videos to when Self-Titled was... Like, do you think like someone was like, "Hey, Beyonce, look at this"?
I could
reaction.
see maybe, but I feel like she has made like tour backdrops of some people reacting to her videos and stuff, and we've never been included. And so I don't know if it's like, I remember our Lemonade review, we kind of shaded Jay-Z a little bit, and so maybe that wouldn't have been the perfect.
Oh no, yeah, you were very angry that she took it.
I was angry. But I would imagine maybe she's seen it and like hopefully we're on her radar and hopefully she uses us as a backdrop at a point and hopefully, good things come in that way. Like I feel like she makes more like fan generated shit because, she's not making visuals. So hopefully we get to be in there dancing to Cuff It because it would be nice. But I wonder that about so many people. Like even my like Mariah Carey #1 to Infinity medley thing. It like did pretty well. And I'm like, did Mariah see that?
Yeah. She would, if she saw it, she would have been so fucking impressed. Because that arrangement of that melody, of that medley that you did is fucking masterful.
Thank you. That's very kind.
And so, yeah, who are confirmed celebrities who know we exist? JoJo.
Yes.
Julia Michaels.
Yep.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yes.
Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, Rosie O'Donnell. I forgot Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah, because Lin-Manuel Miranda tweeted us and Rosie retweeted that and was like, LOL.
And Alessia Cara used to follow us on YouTube. She doesn't anymore. I don't know if we said something rude to her or about her or something. Hopefully we didn't.
We have nothing to say about her.
I'm yours.
You always talk about how you don't like Scars. You're beautiful.
Oh, it's...
I think it's a nice song.
I mean, I hope she's not still watching.
You're just mad that another
I'm
yours wasn't the single.
That is a fucking single.
Oh, Rena also knows that we exist.
Oh, Rena does know we exist. That's
an honor,
true.
baby.
Oh.
Yeah, but maybe Kelly does know we exist. Maybe she saw our... She wouldn't have...
Oh, you know who knows we exist?
Who?
Who's the guy with the ears?
Russell Tovey.
Russell Tovey.
Guy, yeah.
We made a video critiquing him back in like 2015.
Critiquing what he said.
Yes, critiquing what he said in an interview that was kind of anti-femme gaze. And we made a video that was critical. And then I was sitting there at work one day and it was like, Russell Tovey has requested that you answer his message on Twitter. And I was like, oh God, can I get beaten up over the internet? Because if you don't know Russell Tovey, he's very strong. And I was like, I can't fight him.
Yeah.
But he was very sweet in the DMs.
Oh, insanely, because he DM'd me too. And he was very sweet. And he's like, I realized that like what I said was not great.
Yes.
And so I'm trying to like learn and make amends. And we're like, you know what? It's totally cool.
Exactly. And it's like, if that's not the person you are, everyone's going to know that. And
of course.
Totally
like he seems like such a sweet guy and everything.
And he offered to buy us drinks, which never happened, but we're still open to. So Russell, if you're out there.
That's my chance to taste some of that non-alcoholic wine or whatever.
Do the rosé. If you're doing a non-alcoholic wine, do a rosé. Everything else has been kind of trash of the non-alcoholic things I've tried.
Okay.
But Matt Steele.
Yes.
I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
What has been giving you moments?
Well, my Valentine's Day was filled with love. It was love for myself and love for cinema and love for my AMC A-list membership.
Yes, not sponsored, by the way.
Not sponsored. Maybe
Get
one
Skillshare.
day. Get Skillshare. Click
Use
the
the
link below to sign up for Skillshare.
Yes.
But on Valentine's Day, I was like, nothing would make a better Valentine's Day than me going to a theater, sitting by myself, and seeing Titanic in movie theaters.
I feel like so many people did that.
Oh, of course. Because guess what, guys? Titanic still fucking hits. Like, that is a film. And I had never seen it in the movie theater before because I didn't see it in theaters in 97. I like rented the VHS from Blockbuster where it was like 2 VHSs and like it cuts off in the middle. And I know they released it back in 2012 for the 100-year anniversary of the Titanic sinking, and I never got to see it then. So I was like, this is going to be my moment.
This is your time.
And so I sat there front and center, not front, but like premium seat and center.
Okay.
And it holds up so well. I mean, I said before, like James Cameron really knows how to sweep you into a story, no matter how crazy it gets. I mean, you see some of the like moments like on their own, like clips of Rose and Jack at the back of the ship when the ship is literally about to sink. They're 2 centimeters away from the water, and Rose looks up at him and goes, "Jack, this is where we first met." and everyone shares the clip, and it's just like, why would she say this during that? But baby, when you are in the moment and you just had the 2.5 previous hours building up to that, you're just like, yes, this is where you first fucking met. Like, he just has such a beautiful way of showing the bigness of small moments in people's lives. I mean, everyone knows the Jack, I'm flying moment. It's such a simple moment, but you discover that is the moment where these two people fell in love. Like, just, he is so great at making these small moments feel so big and important to these characters, which just makes you it just like wraps you up in the story. And obviously, like, it's a huge story to begin with. If you're not wrapped up in the fact that like all these people died in this horrible tragedy, like, I don't know what's wrong with you, but just it wraps you up in just that love story. And I loved every second of it. The music, James Horner's music is just so perfect. The cinematography and it was just full of that 90s romantic deliciousness and just
does my heart will go on hold up?
Of course it does. It's my heart will go on.
Just making sure.
And just seeing, like, I remember, you know, when I first saw the movie, seeing it, Leo and Kate, and being like, oh, they're old. They're like in their 30s. And now I watch them and I'm just like, oh, they're babies. Like, they are so young.
Yeah.
And and just that whole ensemble, like the details that are added to all the specific minor characters who you just pass by in the ship. Like, there's so many moments and I mean, there's a reason why it's 3.5 hours long because you got there's so many stories to tell. So, guys, if you're thinking about watching Titanic again, I don't know if it's still in theater. I know it was in theaters for like Valentine's Day and to commemorate the 25th anniversary of it, even though technically now it's been almost like 26 years, but whatever. If you want to pop it in, I'll pop it in. Oh Lord, no!
Head to the theater.
None of y'all have DVD players anymore. But if it's not in theaters anymore, if you want to stream it online or wherever you watch things, it's still great.
Wow,
it's still so damn great.
You know, I saw Titanic in theaters in 1997.
Oh my God, you were alive?
I was alive, and we were all going to the movies as a family, but there was discussion as to should we see James Bond, whatever James Bond was out, probably GoldenEye, or go to Titanic. And me and my mom were like, Titanic. My brother and my dad went to see GoldenEye.
Oh.
And I was like, see you later.
Boys.
Going to see Titanic.
David and Dan, y'all.
Never seen a James Bond to this day.
I've never seen a James Bond to this day
Look
either.
at us.
Look at us.
That's why we're gay. That's what happens when you don't watch it.
Titanic made you gay.
All right. Since we're doing just like old shit we're revisiting, I must say something because I saw a list of albums. It was like a list of albums that are like, oh, these are some of the worst albums of all time or like worst albums by great artists or whatever. And I was on Friday night before we went out to Firefly, I was playing a little game called Fall Guys, which I've mentioned. And just have to point out, it's one of those games where you're playing with a bunch of people online at the same time. There are different rounds where it's like, oh, you have to defeat this puzzle or figure out this maze or like get to the end of this race and like be in the top half or you get kicked out of the game. And I out of 42 people, and like 5 rounds got first. And it was a big day for me. I realized I was probably playing with people in like 3rd grade, but it was a really great big day for me. And as I was playing it, I did my childhood thing, which is play a game, listen to an album.
That is such an interesting trajectory.
It's
like after sex, smoke a cigarette. It's
well,
like after you play a game.
No,
listen
not
to an
after,
album.
during. Like there
during.
are so many video games where I'm like, I don't know if the soundtrack of this game is, because I was listening to Mariah Carey's Butterfly in my ears as I'm playing Mario.
That's so. I can't concentrate on anything when I'm listening to music.
No.
Especially music with words. I can't.
It excites me. It energizes me. And guys, Justice for American Life by Madonna. People talk so much shit about this album as if it is one of her worst, and it is excellent and it has beautiful moments. Sure, the singles aren't great. American Life is not great. Hollywood is not great. But once you get past those, I'm so stupid, it's a little annoying. But like, Love Perfusion is gorgeous and should have been a single much earlier on than it was. Nobody Knows Me is excellent. Could have been a great up-tempo single. That instrumentation is so glitchy and of the time, and I love every second of it. And my favorite section of the album is the middle trio of acoustic guitar songs. Nothing Fails, Intervention, Ecstatic Process. Like, these are incredibly beautiful folk turns from Madonna. They hold up. Her voice is still in such great shape. I don't know how, but she sounds good. The songs are so beautiful. The melodies are gorgeous. I feel like, especially on Ecstatic Process, those harmonies throughout are so beyond beautiful. I feel like at least one of those was supposed to be like a more an up-tempo, like electronic version. I'm so glad they're not. I'm so glad they're down-tempo. Mother and Father isn't great. But speaking of James Bond, also Justice for Die Another Day as a James Bond theme. The people who don't like that song don't like fun, don't like anything inventive out of their James Bond themes. It is cool, it is glitchy, it is of the time, and it's a legit actual hit, which like might have been the last James Bond theme that was a legit actual hit. It was huge, it was great, and it was iconic. And Easy Ride is a great final track. It is emotional, it is so symphonic, it is orchestral, it is lovely, and people shit on that album so hard, and I don't know why.
Guys, ever since I listened to Madonna's discography in full in 2018, I have been preaching to everyone that American Life is Madonna's most underrated album, and people shit on it way too much. And speaking of stans who argue on Twitter and how we say that we are not that anymore every day. I saw that like a tweet. Was it because you probably saw the tweet because there was a tweet saying that American Life is Madonna's worst album, which is an embarrassing opinion. Like, absolutely delete your Twitter account. And I had to comment. And like, I'm not even one to go to war for Madonna online, but like I will go to war for this album. I was just like, Die Another Day is fucking excellent.
Absolutely.
And if you don't like it, you probably are homophobic. And Ecstatic Process
beautiful
is one of my top 5 favorite Madonna songs. Gorgeous. I want Madonna to go back to like that. Well, I mean, she can do whatever she wants at this point. Right. But like, I love it when Madonna has such simple moments, especially in an album that is so not simple. Like, the album is full of like, as you said, glitchy sounds and everything that were very much of the time. But like, then when you get like those little moments to breathe, and it's like, wow, like Madonna being subtle.
Yes.
Like, I'm so moved. Like, that is a gorgeous song.
The most moving stuff she's put out outside of Ray of Light. I think there's so much gorgeousness on American Life, and we need to revisit it. I feel like sometimes if an album has poor single choices, we just say, oh, the album is bad, and like pretend that nothing good came out of it. And bad single choices are upsetting. There's nothing I hate more, but let's all revisit American Life and say that it is lovely and has really great moments. It is not one of her like best, because she has incredible albums, but
Ray of Light exists.
Nowhere near one of her worst.
Yes.
And we need to stop kidding ourselves. Justice for American Life.
Stop kidding yourselves, you homophobes.
You're all homophobes. Is there anything else you want to tell the people today?
I don't think so. Oh, you're giving me moments. Just made me so happy.
I'm so glad. I love when our giving me moments can agree and kind of like feed off each other. You know?
Exactly. Oh my God, it's kind of like we're like partners.
I know.
Oh my God, amazing. Maybe we should get back together and rekindle the passionate relationship.
You know what? I'm really booked up in that environment currently, but I wish you all the best.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well, thank you all so much for watching and or listening, and we'll be back next week with more 2K Mats, the podcast.
Bye.
Bye. And I see you all talking about Skyfall. It is bad.
Skyfall has a nice chorus. Baby, those
shit.
What?
That's what I forgot. Drag Race.
Oh.
Oh, shit. Because I was like, I remember having and giving me moments and I forgot what it was. It was Anitra and Sasha Colby, guys. That was so incredible. They had like a lip sync because it was like a lip sync Lollapalooza or whatever they called it. And Anitra and Sasha Colby were so unbelievably good together. I am rooting for Anitra, but if Sasha Colby or Isabel Brooks wins, I'll be happy. I would love... the thing is, I want Lux to be a little better. There are moments where I'm like, are you just giving us looks and not anything else? Her lip syncs were good, but never great. But Sasha Colby and Anitra, that lip sync was one of the best things I've ever seen, and I hate that I forgot it. But
I mean, if you're the one editing the podcast, so if you want to record a little snippet, then that's if you want to edit that in.
I'm not. I just think I need the people to know.
Okay. I'm so sorry. You know, now you know how I feel when I'm like, oh, I forgot this thing.
That's not the same. Wait, I didn't end the podcast. I had stopped the podcast recording by the time Skyfall came up, but I did need you all to know that I'm right. And you can all dislike it. Skyfall is paint by numbers, and it is exactly what you'd think an Adele James Bond theme sounds like. It is not exciting. It is just whatever.
It sounds like James Bond.
It sounds like, yeah. It's like
I wouldn't call it a bad song.
It's like, personally. You know what it's like? An AI could have written it. If you told me an AI made Skyfall and put Adele on it, I'd believe you. It is soulless. Period. I'm going to ignore your take on Skyfall because of our love of Danity Kane. Well, thank you, Abu. That's nice. I love how we're all dragging Matt P for not liking
I will say also, like, guys, like, I think the chorus of Skyfall is lovely and it totally completely works and everything, and Adele sounds great and everything. The verses are non-existent. The song doesn't really have any verses. It just goes right to the chorus. And Matt Palmer does not like one thing. It is a song where the chorus is the only thing. We know his thoughts on Cut to the Feeling.
And the chorus is fun.
Okay, he doesn't like the chorus either.
Palmer, can you believe Spice stayed? No. But that's the thing. Anitra was... The thing is, I would have... basically, it gets down to the bottom... Like, not the bottom three, but the three who have lost their previous lip syncs. And they're all, like... The way Rue does it is she's like, okay, I'm going to pull a name out of the hat, one of the bottom three, and you get to pick who you want to lip sync for your life against, but the other person who you don't pick gets saved, blah, blah, blah. And there's this girl, Spice, who's just a TikTok queen and, like, has great looks. She's very fit and looks like a Barbie doll, but, like, it's very one note. Bad lip syncer.
Okay.
And Anitra is like, you know what? It wouldn't be fair for me to fucking lip sync against Spice. So, like, you can say, after Spice has done 2 horrible lip syncs in a row, she gets to stay another week. And she's like, I'm going against Jax because Jax is good and I want to fight against the best if I'm going to stay in this competition or whatever. And I'm like, I would have never done that because I want to win without question.
They just handed you like an extra week.
But I think hopefully by the time we get to the finals, I assume Anitra will be able to point and be like, see, this is how I played this game. I didn't take the easy way out, blah, blah, blah. And Anitra did beat Jax, but not by a lot. Like, it was just not... I was like, if Anitra goes home, I will...
And poor Jax.
I know. Well, Jax had been in... This is the 3rd time Jax on the bottom.
Okay, so it was coming.
But she's a great lip syncer and a great performer, but...
my thing with, like, Okay, I don't know anything about making my own outfits or makeup or everything. It takes a lot of talent to do that, and I'm sure Spice is insanely talented at that, but, like, I don't understand how anyone can be bad at lip syncing. I don't understand.
It's beyond just the lip syncing. It's like performing. It's like dancing. It's like doing.
Oh, so it's not the actual.
It's not the lip part. That's a part of it, but it's like you have to be on stage and like giving a show.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, but yes.
Yeah.
Spice, I can't believe she's still there. It's like, honestly, I watched the Untucked afterwards because I'm fully in. I paid $20 to get Untucked.
Holy fucking shit.
I'm so in. And it just was so clear the divide between all the other girls and Spice at this point. Spice is sweet and fun and like so much less annoying than I thought she was going to be at the beginning of the season. But it's time for her to go. It's time for her to go.
You know what? You had a good run. You got on the show. I can't even get on Big Brother.
Grace,
so good for you.
You're starting to sound like Matt Steele with his Big Brother takes. I can't believe how quickly I really fell into Drag Race. But between, like, do you remember how much time I was spending watching The Bachelor every year?
Yes. Do you not watch The Bachelor?
Watch that.
Wow. When did you stop?
I stopped this season because the guy they picked was just so fucking boring.
I like have been thinking recently. I'm just like, I haven't heard about The Bachelor or Bachelorette in a while.
I'm out.
Did Matt Palmer stop?
I'm out.
Wow, that's a big moment when you stop like a show that you've been watching for like decades.
And you know that I'm not one to give up on a show, but
My brother stopped watching Big Brother this past season because he was just like, it's just become too much for like, it's just become so much to keep up with and everything. And I'm just like, Michael, you picked the wrong season to stop watching because 24 was fucking great. And so
someone, I don't remember who it was in the Discord, but someone had a great idea of, could we do a reaction video to some of your Big Brother auditions?
Oh, Big Brother.
Or do you not want to do that until I
find out.
Yeah, I found about this year.
I mean, I'm not getting it.
All
Get
right,
out
cool.
here.
Let's do it.
Or I was thinking like a reaction to like some of my just like auditions.
I would watch that.
That'd be fun.
That'd be amazing.
I could do just like the ones that I actually booked.
You could do that, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I would love that. That'd be very fun.
Okay.
And I feel like it could honestly be like informational for people. Like there are many actors in the chat.
Sure. I mean, the thing is that you'll watch the things I booked and be like, you booked that? Like that audition is just like you walking on, walking off.
You're
like,
just as good in those as the ones you don't get.
Oh, my best auditions are all ones that I don't get.
Really?
And I watch them back and I'm just like, fuck, I'm so good.
How was your I mean, we could say, I think you already told the people. How was your Bach audition?
It was great.
Really?
Yeah, I think I wouldn't say it was like my best audition, but like I think I did a good job with it. Yeah, but I mean,
Matt, are you planning any Housewives videos this year? I loved that series, and Jersey had just started. I'll have to talk to Janie. If she wants to do another Ultimate Girls trip, I don't think she would do a full season. She doesn't really watch the shows as much anymore. But if it was a Ultimate Girls trip, she might.
Ty, I'm telling you, go back and watch season 24. Season 24 is the best season since 18, maybe.
CBS apologized to Janet and cast Matt on Big Brother. Guys, I mean, would that ever help if we had like a Twitter, like hashtag, like everyone at CBS to try to get Steel cast on the show?
I don't think that would work.
Okay,
I don't think that
I was
would
trying
work.
to think of like a grassroots thing.
Like Andrea Riseborough.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my God, that would be beautiful.
I would
You're
love
gonna have
that.
like a panels, like Zoom panels.
Exactly. I would love it. I'm hooked on Big Brother Canada, and it's all Matt Steele's fault.
Big Brother Canada's I'm in the middle of season 5 of Big Brother Canada now, and it's great. I'm watching this guy, Kevin, who's completely straight, like totally play the gay guy and like actively make out with him. Like making out with this poor little gay boy, William. And William is starting to like develop like feelings, and it's just like,
does he know that the guy's not gay?
Yes, like William knows and everything, and of course like William is, and everyone's like, William, like he's just like, you know, he's playing the game he's playing, and William's like, yeah, I know, but then like Kevin recently had a spoiler alert for y'all, recently had a discussion with William like, oh yeah, but like we're not a showmance, like we just like have fun and stuff, and William's like, yeah, and in his confessional, William's just like, well, we cuddle all the time, we kiss, we're with each other all the time. We sleep in the same bed, and like we're each other's like we're very close. Like if we're not a showmance, then like what are we? And it's like, oh girl,
how old is this young man?
Oh, William's probably like 22.
Oh, of course,
21,
he
and
is.
Kevin's probably like I don't know, like probably 25, 26 or whatever.
And in his confessionals, is Kevin like, I'm just playing this kid because I need him?
Kevin is nicer than that. Like Kevin's not in his confessionals being like, yeah, fuck him, I'm really blah blah blah. Like, but he is very much just like, yeah, I'm trying to get close to William, and I'm gonna do what I need to do. Like Kevin is extremely likable.
Okay. Right.
But yeah, it's watching William go through it. It's kind of just like,
that's sad. That's sad.
I know.
OMG, Kevin was so annoying. LOL, Dre and William were my faves.
Oh, Dre's amazing. Dre is so fucking awesome. I'm also a big Karen stan.
By the way, speaking of Janet, I listened to the whole Control album front to back. What'd you think?
Oh, Control's great.
Do you love Pleasure Principle? Because you should. Because that's a fucking song.
What if they were like, no, fuck you. I'm not signing up for Skillshare.
Sign for Skillshare. Oh, that's emotional manipulation, especially when you know he has a crush. I don't do that with my straight friends. No, I wouldn't do it. I guess it was probably a different time.
It was like 2016 at this point, and you know, yeah. I mean, you go on the show. You're supposed to emotionally manipulate people. You're supposed to manipulate people and everything. And
it's in the log line.
Kevin, he was on a previous season, so he's like he's like a legend essentially who came back, and so he's doing anything he needs to do, and he's the poker player, and so he came in like to be that character essentially. And you know, he could do whatever he wants, but like it is hard to watch. You do sympathize with William a lot.
Thoughts on Ethel Kane? She's coming up. We're gonna do a patron request of her in like 13 episodes. So everyone hold on tight.
Yeah.
Maxwell is excited about it. Kevin is now married to Pilar.
Yeah, he's married to a girl who he was in a showmance with on his earlier season 3. Yeah.
Oh, what'd you think? Like I haven't done it before. Tyler, you made it sound like that was your first time listening to it. Ethel Kane, our church religious pop girl, you all need to listen. She's coming up. If you all guys ever do a reaction to lip syncs from Drag Race, I'll gladly provide a list, by the way.
That'd be very fun.
That's great. Send us a list. 2gaymats@gmail.com.
That would be like a really fun idea.
It'd be a very
especially
fun
because we're like, this is both of our blind spots. Well, not so much you, but
I mean, still me. I only have watched one season. The season that everybody hates, and I'm like, I'm loving it. I'm having such a great time. I guess I just don't know how good. Like, if you guys were getting shows the quality of the episode I just saw before, because this was clearly far and away the best episode of the season. So if it was always that, I can see why that would be upsetting for people. Who is that? Ethel Kane. Man, you guys are really spreading the word. Ethel Kane is a girl for the people. Would it be fun? Would that be fun? Us watching Drag Race things? I think so.
Baby, we make everything fun. This is 2Gay Mats.
We make it fun. We would have to cut up the lip syncs probably though, and people would get mad at us for that. But
and I'm sure the Drag Race stands are.
See, that's the thing. I'm like, do they want to know us?
I'm sure they are mean.
I mean, I guess we'll see.
We'll see. Whatever.
I mean,
thank you for watching. Please sign up for Skillshare, like and subscribe
before March 1st. Have you guys listened to A&W by Lana Del Rey? Yeah, you might like. Oh, thank you for sending. We're not really Lana people.
I like Lana.
Okay. What do you think of the song?
I haven't listened to it.
Oh, okay. What about Caroline Polachek? I haven't heard it yet, but I've heard people like it, so that's cool.
Season 6 of Drag Race was the season.
LOL, I'm on record as finding drag boring. LOL. That's funny. Andrea Riseborough. So yesterday, Miss Ethel deserves a grassroots campaign. I mean, isn't she trending on TikTok too right now? I feel like people are dressing up as like pioneer people and playing Ethel Kane in their TikToks.
I know nothing about Ethel Kane in the slightest, so I'm excited to figure out what y'all are talking about.
I watched a film called Close, really beautiful film. I've heard of that.
Oh, I talked about Close like 2 weeks ago.
Was that the one with
giving me moments?
The two boys who
the
are
two
friends?
boys in Belgium.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nah, but this Lana song is different. It's sexy fun. Jeff and I are in charge of grassroots campaign for Ethel Kane. You absolutely are. Lip syncing does nothing for me. I need real vocals. I will say, Lucy LaDuca tried to come with real vocals a couple of weeks ago. It was like maybe the first talent competition, but she sounded fine, but it kind of stood in the same place and like didn't perform. It's like, oh no, the whole thing is performance.
Performing.
Like, there's a reason Britney's not singing in her VMA performances.
And I mean, like with drag, you are an exaggeration of these characters, or you're just an exaggeration of like a fabulous woman to begin with. So like, it's not so much like, oh, I want to be like, we're not looking for the subtlety and like and everything. Which it's like
vocal performance,
even if like it's not the best vocal performance, like if you are really doing something huge and expansive and artistic with it, that's the point of drag.
Right.
I talk as if I know anything about drag.
Superstar.
Yeah.
Least favorite Mariah song? How Much comes to mind?
Don't even know it.
That one with Usher. If you want a drag queen that sings, listen to Jan. Also, doesn't Adore Delano sing? Because she was on American Idol first.
Who?
I think Danny Noriega.
I know. I remember Danny Noriega.
She's Adore Delano, unless I'm mixing my people up. But
what season was Danny Noriega on?
Let me see. Adore Delano. I love that I've literally become.
Yeah, like you're shouting these names at me.
I mean, I knew that because she was like debuting at the top of the charts as Adore Delano a few years ago. Yep, Dana Noriega.
What year was that? What season was of American Idol?
American Idol in 7th season in 2008.
Okay.
6th season of Drag Race, placing in the final 3.
Season 7 of American Idol is my blind spot when it comes to like the first 9 seasons that I watched. I only watched like half of that season.
Oh, interesting.
because I got a boyfriend in the middle of
it.
And
my
it was my friend.
God.
But also like we found out that we liked each other because like we like got together to watch American Idol together, and it wasn't because like he at all cared about American Idol. It's because he just like wanted to hang out with me one-on-one. So yeah, season 7 I did not watch the entirety of because we started dating and I was just like, I don't have time for this. I've got boys crawling
But
all
you
over
never
me.
let go of Big Brother.
Oh, absolutely not. No, I made sure I got my boyfriend in college into Big Brother.
All right.
And into
Good
it,
for you.
he did.
Good for you.
Yeah.
How much is amazing? Standing O is right there. I like Standing O.
I like Standing O. What's wrong with Standing O? Matt Steele, did you watch Infinity Pool with Mia Goth? I haven't, but I hear it's crazy, which I'm down for. I like craziness. Yes, season 7 of American Idol was David Archuleta.
Dora was on Idol. There was a whole thing with her and Courtney Act, who was on Australian Idol. Oh, cool. I liked how much. Maybe I just like. I just find it kind of tuneless, and like that sample is used so much more effectively on so many other songs. I just think it's not for me. I'm trying to think if there are other songs that I like. What other Mariah songs do I not like?
Tyler says, "Thank God I Found You" is a retread of One Sweet Day.
Yeah,
she's got worse songs.
Yeah, Thank God I Found You's probably one of her worst number ones, but not one of the worst songs.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think of like a song that I'm like, this is bad.
I just always skip how much. It's just, I don't know. It's not for me. I don't think it's. Standing O grew on me more than just Friends. Is a slept on bop? Absolutely. More Just Friends is great. I love that. Oh, guys, I tried listening to One Night again the other day because I was just listening to the rarities.
I love One Night. Classic piece of music.
So blessed. I don't like. You're right.
Ooh, you do not like So Blessed.
But One Night might be the thing about One Night is it's like she's in such an amazing era, and the intro is beautiful. But then it's like if Mariah wrote Loverboy in 1995, and it's just like also the theme is cheesy. It's like, well, don't sleep with them. You might catch. It's like, why are we talking? Like, this is not do up that thing. Like, this does not work.
Guys, it goes off.
It does not.
I think it goes off. Have I listened to it since the rarities came out? No.
There you go.
But when I first heard it, I loved it. I would say my least favorite Mariah song now that I'm going through the Rolodex, I would say is Sent From Up Above.
Oh, it's a little bass.
It's just, I don't, like the melody of it just doesn't sit well with me.
Much love.
My chemistry and its chemistry doesn't.
Hoop.
It's not,
I like the hoops.
It's not for me.
Hoop. Just can't get enough. To think One Night and Slipping Away were both written from the same album is baffling. Agreed. One Night is amazing.
He's losing it.
People do like One Night.
Guy, don't be mean to him. He did have amazing things to say about American life today. So
They're mad at me about that. They didn't like it.
Well, they're all homophobes.
The problem is she sets the bar too high with the intro of One Night. That's also true. And also, like, Stay the Night is right there. Also a classic.
Oh, yeah.
Slipping Away. I think the music takes are chaotic tonight. What's the best Mariah number one? I mean, My All or All I Want for Christmas is it's like its own stratosphere of thing now.
Always Be My Baby.
Always
You're
Be
gonna
My
ignore.
Baby. No, I'm not ignoring. I'm just getting to it. Always Be My Baby and My All, I think, are.
I would say those two as well.
Classics. They're all classics.
I mean, Fantasy's also right there, but
yeah. So Blessed is just. I don't love it. Any song with the word blessed in it, I'm a little like out on. Anything else you want to say?
I don't think so, guys. This was fun. We had a lot to talk about today.
We had a lot to say. I'm sorry to keep saying it, but if you could just get a Skillshare free trial before March 1st, it would do us a solid. That would be such a gift for all of us.
We would appreciate it so much.
Absolutely
guys.
would. I watched the glitter DVD that I found at a thrift store a few weeks ago. It was fine. Very 2000s.
Hey, it was a great time.
It was a great time. Forever will always be my favorite Mariah song. Forever's great.
Oh, Forever's great.
You know who doesn't like Forever? Mariah Carey. She like always shades that song. Heartbreaker and Don't Forget About Us, both excellent. Also Fantasy.
I mean, those verses of Fantasy are just like...
We have to go.
Have there been better verses than the verses of Fantasy?
No.
I don't think there
like
have
the
been.
fact that it still goes viral on TikTok, the fact that it's still in fucking Big Energy and shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's giant.
Thank you, Tom Tom, for inspiring Mariah.
The Tom Tom Club.
Tom Tom Club.
Just Tom.
Oh, Tom Tom is the restaurant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Do what Jeff says. He's doing the supporting things that we should do for ourselves on the actual podcast. If you're on Apple Podcasts, rate and review, like and subscribe this video. Do all of the things.
Yeah.
Give us 5 stars on
5 stars.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We love you
also,
guys.
the good part's available now.
Yes, the good part's available now.
Devo's available now.
Hurricane available now. I'm working on new songs with Z Future today.
Ooh.
Yes.
Give it hum a couple bars.
Well, there were 2. I'm trying to think of the...
There were
there's Broken Hearts Club, which you guys heard if you were on the live. It was like, na na the broken night, na 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 the broken nights club.
I wasn't on I didn't know a
You
live
weren't.
was
That was a
happening.
while ago.
That sounds so good.
And there's another most improved. We're gonna go.
Okay.
We love you. Stream Devos.
Divos. Thank you,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Love